Hello, hello, hello. I think we are live. Hey. Welcome to an impromptu two-shot of Thirsty Sword Lesbians over here on Wandering DM's channel. Sans Wandering DM because he's currently trying to recover. And so we are covering for him with a wonderful cast here to give you all your beautiful, beautiful sapphic adventures. I'm going to go around the table in the order y'all appear on the overlay. So, going to start with Ambi there. Want to introduce yourself and your character, pronouns, all that jazz.
Gotcha. Hi, I am Dare. You can find me on Twitter. I do a lot of random internet stuff there at NBDare. That is ENBYDARE. Like I said, just kind of do anything everywhere. I am playing Pixel, a very lovely cyber goth witch who is the spooky class today. She, they pronouns. For me, I almost forgot. He, they, or she, as long as they get mixed around, I'm all good.
Hey, hell yeah, hell yeah. Awesome. And next up in this weird order is going to jump down to Bella.
Hi everyone, my name is Bella. I'm currently trying to find where I put my character sheet in this notebook. I will be playing Princess, aka she'll be using the Trickster handbook, which she is a psychologist major, just, here to psychoanalyze people. Haha, I found it. Anyways, her last name is Horny, but it's based on a famous psychologist who is anti-Freud. So she was like the first one to be like, I don't think PSNB is real. So I thought it'd be a cute homage. Plus, the word horny's in it, so that's kind of funny. Anyways,
Yeah, honestly, it's a good pun. It's starting us off strong. All right. And next up, we got Sarah.
Hello. I am so excited to be joining all of these people for this game. This is my second time playing Thirsty Sword Lesbians, and this game is absolutely incredible. So it's going to be a treat for anyone who's not familiar with it yet. I am Sarah L. Kinney. I talk about art projects that I don't finish, tabletop role-playing games, and really more art projects that I don't finish. So tonight, I will be playing Nahir Sunforge. They are a third-year student at this kind of university that we're going to be exploring, who is double majoring in photomancy and pyromancy with a minor in elemental linguistics. So you probably knew that person in school. If not, buckle up.
Your casual neighborhood pyromancy major. Everyone had one of those.
It's very casual.
And finally, last but definitely not least, Nikki.
Hi, I'm Nikki. I am playing the Seeker playbook. And I just really like to play games and make up things. So this should be a lot of fun.
And what is your character's name and pronouns?
Oh, no. It's her, Madison.
Cool. And she, her?
She, her, yeah.
Awesome. All right, and that brings it back around to me. I don't think I did a proper intro up front. So hey, I'm Am Ramirez. I use they, she pronouns. I will be the GM for this little adventure in Thirsty Sword Lesbians, and we are going to be using the setting that I actually wrote as one of the stretch goals, Super Science Sapphics, which takes place in the lovely city of Weha and the University of Ain, where our students are there just, doing normal student things, studying their various sciences, getting a degree, and being superheroes on the side. We mentioned that part because that's what they do. And they are out there doing awesome things. But that's not really the focus of this adventure because right now they have something a little bit more important on their minds. Right now, they and pretty much everyone else in this university is gearing up for the end of year prom. But this isn't just any prom, because you don't just go to a nerd school and go to a normal prom. No, this is science prom. That means not only are they going to have to come up with just dates and outfits, they have to make them extra as heck. So, before we do that, though, we're quickly going to set up relationships. Each playbook in Thirsty Sword Lesbians has a few relationships to start things off, so we can get a feel for our characters' dynamics. we're gonna start with in the same order. So there, your spooky witch. If you see on the TSL handout sheet on page 9, there are 3 spooky witch relationships. Who thinks you're not all that weird? Whom have the unseen warned you about? And who is your touchstone for what normal is?
Hmm.
So if you want, you can lean towards someone or ask for volunteers for any of them. But I will let you take point on that.
Okay, I will ask first. Just does anyone feeling out or any really speaking to anybody here? So I do like to always ask that first.
I'm trying to find the page, so I'm just having a time. Oh my god, you can click on it. Never mind. I'm a little fool. Sorry.
Also, I will just describe what the unseen is for anyone who may be listening who does not know that. The unseen is like a little ghost that I can see and no one else can, and that's not unnerving at all.
I
It's
mean,
just my little ghost bud.
what they can't see can't unnerve them, right?
Yeah, no, that doesn't make me concerning at all to just have a chill little ghost hanging around.
Do
Yeah.
you think you speak louder to them than usual, or do you think you speak in like a normal volume and it's just like unnerving as hell?
Leaning into the whole little cyber witch thing, I think I might actually like text them sometimes too. Like
That's
I
so
think it's
cute.
soft and I do text them.
That is genuinely precious. I love the idea that you're always on your phone, and we think it's because you were a butthead, and actually it's because you're like trying to talk to your friend. Like, shh, be quiet. I'm trying to figure out talk to my friend. Where is the question? Where is it again?
It is on the handouts sheet on page 9.
Oh,
The one with all the basic moves.
hmm.
Well, why don't we start with who thinks you're not all that weird? Does that call out to anyone?
Who is a weirdo? Also, is what you're trying to say. Who of us is just as weird? Hmm. Dare, any thoughts?
I mean, I think Nahir would be very fun from just the high like stress. Like I already do a whole lot. You probably just that's just one of the various things you handle. I think that could be fun.
I'm perfectly down with that.
Alrighty. So Nahir doesn't think I'm all that weird.
Perfect. Next one then is whom have the unseen warned you about?
I want to give that to Princess simply because Bella, your energy is so much, and I love that. And yeah, I
was hoping. I felt like I was in like some sort of show where I'm hoping to get voted for, and I'm like, please pick me.
yes,
Antagonism.
absolutely. And then yes, for Madison, I am super down for Madison to be sort of my touchstone.
Aww, that's cute.
And like I'm very excited for all of this.
Madison does seem the most normal, so that would make sense. You know, she's just trying to learn out physics. She's trying to be like a normal person. We're like weirdos.
I mean, hanging out with us is going to help the Seeker in the long run, I'd hope.
God, I hope. We can only pray.
We'll only find out in one way, and that's by playing. But for now, let's keep going through the characters. So, next up is Princess.
It says, who has seen a hint of what's behind your mask? Who has been the worst victim of your trickery? And whom are you most concerned about? Ooh.
Let's go through them in order again, I think. So the first one, who has seen a hint of what's behind your mask?
Ooh. I want to pick Pixie. I like the idea that that's why you're kind of wary about me, because you're like, this one, that's not what she's like. Because if everyone just bought into her lies, then no one would think she's weird or like sus. But if you can see like a little bit of her realness, you'd be like, uh-oh, that means there's some ingenuity happening right here. What the fuck?
The ghosts are warning me. They're like, yo, keep an eye on Princess. There's a lot more to her than you may think.
It also is interesting that you keep an eye, and maybe that's why you see something, because you're like just watching me more than everyone else, and you're like, wait, fucking a second.
Yeah.
Cool. Who has been the worst victim of your trickery
Oh
between
no.
Nahir and Madison?
Who? Spatial minor. Let me think. Who would be the one I accidentally? Maybe I will say Nahir. I think maybe she needs a little bit of muscle to go behind her brain, so she tries to manipulate her a little bit, which is not very nice. It's not nice to manipulate people, y'all. Be nice to them. Tell them the truth. Be your friends.
Here's probably also a bit too trusting.
She's like, this, I'm a trustworthy person. And here's like, yeah, I believe you. Pixie in the background, that's not true. That's not, no.
Perfect. All right. And then finally, that leaves, whom are you most concerned about?
Yeah, Madison would make sense, since Madison is like a psych major, not psych, but a physics person. Yeah, that would make sense. She's also, yeah. She's, especially if she has like issues with her family, maybe she comes off fragile. Maybe she psychoanalyzed that about her. She seems like she has a bad time with her family. I noticed that because I'm just, in psychology, it says you can tell.
So you're that kind of psychology
Yeah,
major.
I'm going to be right for sure. I would like to say a disclaimer. If you're a psychologist or psychology major, you will know exactly what kind of character I am. I'm both sorry and also you're welcome.
Perfect. All right, we're going to keep this moving to here. So your first question is another PC the object of your devotion?
So I have a question for the group. When we've been out on some of our superhero missions, which one of y'all might be the most likely to be in danger, or the person who might need backup, or who looks like they might need backup? Maybe they don't actually need it.
I think Madison would need backup.
Okay. Then I think in that case, if you're comfortable with it, Madison would be the object of Nahir's devotion. They are determined to kind of save the people who need saving, and is maybe projecting some of that onto Madison.
Okay. That's fine.
Perfect. Then next question is, who looks out for you even when you don't look out for yourself?
Ooh, I think maybe that could be Pixel, especially with having the relationship with the unseen and kind of seeing more. Maybe Pixel and Nahir have kind of maybe had that relationship at some point in the past or currently.
Oh, absolutely. One of my favorite things about Pixel is I've used Pixel for like 4 different one-shots in 4 different systems. Pixel by this point is an interdimensional creature. The unseen are just always keeping an eye out on folks.
Beautiful.
And then I think that leaves me with the last relationship is, who did you save from a terrible fate? And I kind of love the symmetry of Princess is the one who I've been wronged the worst from Princess, but also Princess is the one that I've saved. So if you're comfortable with that.
That's so cute. My princess being an ungrateful butthole.
Beautiful.
Love to see it.
All right. And finally, we've got, for Madison, our secret relationships. Who reminds you of home?
Sorry,
No worries.
zoned out for a second.
Yeah, no worries. Your first relationship. Who reminds you of home?
Which one of you all is the most boring?
Boring?
Me?
I love you,
hard
Sarah. The
question.
way that you raised that hand way too fast, my love. You raised your hand way too fast there. You were like, me?
I think it's me.
Okay.
I think Nahir is like a student and is trying really hard to get good grades and take too many classes.
Okay, that's who reminds her of home then. Sorry to put it like that.
Beautiful. Who is the most outrageous of your new companions between Princess and Pixel?
Oh my goodness, that's a hard decision.
I mean, I know the answer. I know. Pixel
I
the
don't.
answer. I think I know. It's someone. It's not. Just kidding.
That's a hard one.
I don't know. Between a techomancer and a psychologist, who do you think is more outrageous? What a question you have posed for the class.
Psychology is pretty
Pixel, I think.
All right.
Not wrong.
And then that means who is your model for local customs goes to Princess.
Come on, you got it.
That makes
Psychology.
perfect
Come on,
sense.
psychology. You know what you do. A college student behavior is. Blah, blah, blah,
All right.
blah.
Then we have set up our web of relationships. I'm going to say, everyone, since we all have relationships with another, everyone will start with a string on each other. And we are going to open up onto the campus. I would start with a lovely idyllic shot of, a sunny day in a quiet campus. But the campus of the University of Ireland is never quiet. If it is not a explosion from one of the labs, then it is a celebration in one of the gardens. Right now, it is currently some student trying to chase their Dinobot project and stop it from rampaging through the lawns. They'll get it under control eventually, but there is a scene of people laughing and filming it because they know there's no actual danger from it. As we follow the Dinobot through the gardens, we go into the headquarters, the club room of the Super Science Sapphics, where the professor who is in charge of the Super Science Sapphics, Professor Wahida, he is the faculty sponsor that is just kind of sitting there. He's dressed up in a very disheveled outfit. So he's got like standard professor attire, shirt and slacks, but the shirt is very clearly not ironed. The belt is one buckle loose, way too loose. He is got like hair that looks like it's permanent bedhead. He is idly strumming on a bass guitar as he just like leans back. Who is on time to the club meetings?
I am. I'm
Madison.
early.
Madison's early.
Okay, perfect. Princess and Pixel.
Princess will be like 5 minutes late because she read something about how it's like good to be fashionably late, but not too late somewhere. And so she's like trying to do that.
Perfect.
I think I'm like 3 minutes late, just enough that it's like, oh, my bad. But
Yeah.
like wasn't deliberate.
I definitely note that. I pull out my notebook and I notice that Pixel is late again at a very auspicious hour.
Perfect. So then, Princess, since you were the last one who arrives, you are going to be the one who arrives in with a poster that has just been handed to you about the prom.
Hello, everyone. The prom is once upon us. I don't know why no one got a feel of it in high school. These mating rituals is very bizarre, and I think that we are above it. But yeah, it was just out there, and I put it on the thing. Not that I would remove it because that would be rude.
Oh, can I take a closer look at that?
I mean, yes, I am 100% not your authority figure here. And it's just like gently pushes it.
I mean, well, thank you. Don't you think the prom's like at least a little bit romantic?
Yes.
Just
in high school it was very romantic.
That is immediately interrupted by Professor Sadiq strumming another note on the bass. Young love, I remember the days. And just like another strum. Don't let it fly by you. You know what? In fact, I think we're even going to put on hiatus our regular club activities for the day.
Pickle just quietly cheers about that.
And it is Definitely
This-
not because I double booked this with one of my band gigs. Nope. And
This is our superhero club, right? Or is this
Correct.
something different?
Yep.
Okay, so I go, we're taking a break from saving people to
But what about the people that need saving?
Right. Isn't this going to throw off our metrics?
I'm suddenly hyper aware that we should not go to prom if we're gonna miss superheroing, because that shows priority. I think maybe
he
not
looks
because I don't want to have a date. That's not why.
he looks around and gives you just a very like proud smile. You know what? This is why you four are the ones who made it into this club. But don't worry. I called in some old friends. They're handling it for the weekend. You have all the time you need to prepare for prom.
All right. So what you're saying is that this will in no way affect my A in saving people.
No, it will not affect you don't get graded for this, right? You just get club credit.
Here, I've been over this like 6 times. This is a club. How would we even grade this?
I made a spreadsheet, and it has to do with like hours out. I've tried to show it to you like 6 times. I would love to show it to you a 7th time.
But but you show it to me, and I see like 7 boxes in, and I see there's more, and it just like is a lot for me. Like
there's there's real fancy calculations and conditional formatting. It's
You know who would love to see that? Pixel. Pixel would love. Hey, Pixel. Nahir really wants to show you their spreadsheet again.
Oh no, I already have it saved right here.
Is
Say,
this going to be properly chaperoned?
Yeah, no, I scanned it.
Madison, I have to ask you. I walk really close. Who would be chaperoning us? Our peers, fellow adults, our actual parents,
The
Well,
people
chaperone
in
you where?
charge.
cops? Like I don't.
I'll be one of the prom chaperones, obviously.
Oh, good. So, okay, I cannot be in a place where I'm not properly chaperoned.
I look at the people
How
for a
old are
long
you
time.
again?
Yeah.
24?
Hey, Madison, what do you need to be chaperoned from? Alcohol? Because we are all legal.
No, I'm not supposed to be around you all without being chaperoned because I'm not sure. That's just the rule.
Is there like a
Don't-
specification of like who has to be the chaperone? Like, can Pixel be your chaperone?
Oh,
Well,
Pixel, are you
Pixel is
older than
not
Madison?
white.
All right, I don't really have time to unpack all this because I definitely don't have a band gig to get to. So I'm gonna leave now. And he just starts walking out.
He left us.
I'm putting that in my spreadsheet. I'm gonna mark myself as here for this, and you know what? I'm gonna mark them as absent.
I believe he left us.
what
kinda
happens
can.
if you grade the teacher? Do you
Well, I think that you know what? I haven't really explored the implications of this yet, but I'm very excited to
Like,
present my findings to the rest
rate
of the
my
university.
professor's already a thing at the end of the year?
I'm sorry, what?
Rate my professor's just an end of the year thing? You don't need to do it like now.
Are you sure? I have a spreadsheet for each one of my classes.
You know what? If it works for you, I'm not gonna yuck your yum. Enjoy it.
I love it when you say that. Thank you.
Okay,
Really?
I figured it out. Pixel is not like everyone at home. So I suppose Pixel could be the chaperone.
Yeah, but our club advisor, I really watch the club advisor as he leaves and I go, but he's more like people at home.
Yeah.
Do the people in your family also just play bass guitar when they're just hanging out? Madison, oh Lord. Madison, suddenly I'm very worried about you.
Nothing to worry about.
Oh, okay, cool. I turned into here and Pixel pulled them like slightly back and go, we're worried, right? That she wants to be chaperoned?
I mean, who am I to say anything?
I mean, her peers. We're her peers. Maybe we could say like, hey, you're an adult. You don't need to be chaperoned.
I mean,
Yep.
perhaps one way we could do it is we could define a list of criteria for what would make a good chaperone, and then we could put it into a spreadsheet. And
We don't have to do that. We really don't have to do that. We really super
All right.
don't.
So actually, I have a question. Show of hands, who here has actually been to a prom? Princess?
Yes?
I'm a little surprised, actually.
Listen, at that time, I was, Princess thinks about all of her time as a homeschooled student. I was actually at a British school, and they don't do prom. So, I don't know
Okay,
if you
so
know
you're
that.
also pretty green on that. That's cool to know.
Yeah. I just thought since you two had obviously been through it, and I was English, so I didn't have to do it. It wouldn't need to be a thing.
So
Besides,
you
you know,
also, so I mean, you have never had a prom chaperone then.
because I didn't go to prom. Listen, it's not a big deal. All I'm saying is, why must we have prom when all the fun parts of American proms are like sneaking in alcohol, doing shenanigans? It seems very odd since all of those things are pretty legal for us.
Question: Can Madison hear all of this rule breaking
Pretty legal
talking?
for us. Oh yeah, for
Question:
sure.
Can Madison hear all of this rule breaking? You know that's not in the rule book.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You should follow the rules. You know that's
Which
not in the
rule?
rule book.
Okay, so what rule is she talking about?
Madison, my dear, which rule book in particular? We are all adults of legal drinking age.
Oh well, I have a rule book that my family gave me.
Oh,
Beauty.
adorable.
At this point,
Family
as you
rule
all
book?
react to that, remember the
Small
dynamite
child?
I said wasn't going to be a problem earlier? There's a crashing as it breaks through the wall to your club room. And there is, first, you see like a metal head of a dinosaur, then it follows with a full body, and then a panicked student who is trying to hold onto it with a rope being dragged behind this giant metal robot.
Oh, we love to see it.
Are you good?
Your science project go awry there?
I got it! They did not got it, in fact, as the Dinobot continues running through and like crashing out through your club room. What do y'all do?
Oh, lordy.
I
What
got
do we-
it! It's fine!
Doesn't feel like you do. Super feels like you don't.
Alrighty, let me grab my basic moves and double check what they are.
Me too. Okay.
I thought, so Nahir is already like on their feet. She is starting to move in the direction of the Dinobot and is like trying to figure out which one of the RoboLab students it is that did it this time. And they're shouting out, I thought y'all promised to have appropriate backup the next time you mess with T-Rexes.
I did! They're all currently unconscious in the RoboLab!
Oh, sweet robot god. All right, let's do this.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Oh, man. Should we do, if I did, when you push line something extraordinary? Oh, what would you do? I guess try to hold it back. I'd like to, he's holding it by a rope. It's a big metal thing with a rope, right?
Yep.
This seems not smart. Okay.
That is correct.
Big rope. How do you slow something down? It's on a big rope. Ooh, I heard that pushing is easier than pulling. So maybe we should all push it back instead of pull it. Maybe. Here's the strongest, right?
Nahir looks pretty yoked. And what we see Nahir doing next is she's kind of shouting up at the student on the dinosaur, and they pull from their back a large and beautiful sword. It's spindly and long and silver, and at the hilt of it, it has 8 small spindles of very interesting white metal. And in the center, there's a kind of crystal-like substance that begins to glow with light. And what Nahir is trying to do is channel some of her ability to draw light into the hilt of the sword and send out a beam of light to distract the dino. Maybe kind of like a cat with a laser is the goal.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me Defy Disaster.
Do that.
So when you push your limits to achieve something extraordinary or to avert an imminent danger to yourself or someone else, say what you're willing to sacrifice and pick your approach.
Nahir is willing to. This would not be the first time Nahir has shattered the gem in the middle of their sword.
Okay.
So she's willing to have that shatter, which would mean they can't do this again until the sword gets repaired.
Okay. So your options are if you're doing this with might, endurance, or courage, you'd roll with daring, swiftness or elegance with grace, charm or social insight with heart, cleverness or knowledge with wit, willpower or metaphysical skill with spirit.
I think in this case, this is going to be spirit.
I think so too. All right. Go ahead and roll 2d6 plus your spirit.
13.
Ooh. Okay. So on a 10 plus, you do it with style. So you describe what this laser looks like as it starts to come into focus.
So light is gathering. We see that light is kind of drawn to the different spindles on the hilt of the sword. And as it channels into that crystal, it begins to flash slowly at first, then a little bit brighter, then a little bit faster, and then even more brightly until all at once it channels into one of the facets on the front of that gem, and it shoots directly at the Dinobot, maybe hitting one of its eyes, and it ends up throwing this thing kind of off balance.
Ooh, that's good. Good. And as that happens, it just kind of careens into a wall, but not through it. So just kind of, there's a moment where the Dinobot is stopped. But the student on the back of the string isn't. And so as the Dinobot stops, their momentum sends them flying towards the group. What do y'all do?
Um,
Can I push someone to catch them?
Pixel, you sound like you might be trying to catch him.
Yeah.
Cool.
Definitely not with my physical frame, no, but might try to use a little technomancy.
2022.
Cool. Yeah.
Later.
So you want to use some
Why? And
Nikki, you might want to mute real quick.
Oh, sorry.
No worries.
You're good, you're good.
I could figure it
No
out. Yeah, no worries. Okay, yeah. So Pixel, sounds like you also would like to give me a Defy Disaster.
Okay. Yeah,
Probably also with Spirit.
Yep. I think I mentioned, I have my sword is essentially like a little USB that I just like flip it to open it, and it essentially looks like a glitchy version of a lightsaber. And it's smaller, kind of closer to a wand almost, as like a medium. But yeah, I will use that. And one of my fun little moves is Eerie Companion. So I get a +1 to a move of my choice. Defy Disaster is one of them, but it's going to be obvious. So yeah, I have a little like glitchy data dog or something like that will try to catch it for me, because I know I certainly can't do that.
Beautiful.
Alrighty, and let me roll. Ooh, this went really well. That's a 13.
Hell yeah. So you're gonna do it with style. What does this dog look like as it catches the student?
I think now that I'm thinking about it, dog is a limited term when it's a little glitchy animal. I think it looks like a bunch of different pets just as it flips between it. But I think it just sort of like grows big enough to like catch something, almost like a digital like glitchy like glove. I think it shapeshifts in that very fun way. So it's nice and obvious still. Catches the person and then like just turns right back to like a little black data cat.
Have we seen this multiple times? You just doing this?
Yes, we do enough stuff together. Absolutely, you've seen my like pet.
I'm gonna say to Madison, who's the only one over here, where it'd be like, it never gets less weird, right? Just like it's a very disarming thing. When the student is in Pixel's arms, I'd like to walk over and like talk to see if they're okay.
Cool.
Like, that was a very upsetting, traumatizing experience, you being thrown by your own creation. Are you all right?
So the student looks around, just trying to process everything. You recognize them as one of the students from the robotics lab. They're Japanese. Their name is Tamaki, and they look around, just slowly tilt their head towards you. Go, I mean, it's not the first time it's happened, but it is always a little disorienting. Hold on, is that yours? And turns to Pixel. 'Cause this
Okay.
is really cool.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I mean, you could join the technomancy school. I don't know if that's really your bag. I'm currently doing applied occult science. It's very fun.
I think if I had my hands on magic based on the Dinobots, it wouldn't end well. But I appreciate the offer.
have you considered a softer science, like maybe something you can't like blow up or like?
But then I wouldn't have any
explode?
fun.
I mean, you could have a little fun, you know, throwing something throwing something in a barrel and shaking it up and see what happens. It's pretty funny when you do it on a social level. You know what I mean?
You mean the people?
What? I'd like to try to give emotional support and give a very like deep explanation on why social science is really cool. It's not. And just be like, you know, you learn a lot in these moments, you know, you really recognize when people need comfort. You can be someone of comfort, maybe understand the world a little bit better. And really understanding the world, isn't that how you take true fun?
I think what you're actually doing here is enticing.
Oh yeah, probably
You
am.
appeal to someone's physical or emotional sensibilities. Roll plus heart.
Oh, do I have a good heart? No, I don't. I have a 0.
All right, let's see how this goes.
We love to see it. I had a -1 to begin with, but then I added it up because she's not supposed to have good emotional stuff. Okay, it's 2d6, right?
Yep.
Okay. It is. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, that's not good. Yep, that's a 5.
Great. Okay, so I think they just entirely ignore you.
Bummer.
They hear you talking. They walk over to their Dinobot, start like scratching it behind the ear. Then they bring it over to Pixel, and it's just like, here, would you? I think they're calm now. Would you like to pet it?
Yeah. I do have a question. As part of my unseen or
Yeah.
my eerie companion, it says I can speak with monsters.
Yeah.
Does the Dinobot count?
100% sure, because especially if you're a
Absolutely.
technomage.
Yes. Well, hi there, little guy. How are you?
It just shakes its head and then realizes the voice is not coming from inside its own head, then perks. Oh, good. Now I had a screw stuck somewhere uncomfortable and got trying to jostle it into place.
Fair enough. Let me tell you, next time you have something going on and your creator can't help you, just find me. I can understand and speak to you, so I can help you a lot easier. It'll cut down on the destruction.
All right. And at this point, I feel like Tamaki was about to comment on you being able to speak to the Dinobot, but then instead realizes, you know, I feel like, are you just making an excuse to see me again?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I just
You
like
know,
cool
prom's
robots.
coming up. I mean,
I mean, No,
You know,
no, no.
forget I
No,
said
you're
any.
no. Wait, hold on. No, you're
Oh,
wonderful. You're wonderful. I just, I didn't.
oh,
I just been really into the occult work and the
yeah,
ghost. It's a
no,
lot
I
right
got it.
now. I
Yeah.
have a lot on my
Forget
plate.
I said anything. I'm
No,
sorry.
no. We can still hang out though. Like,
Oh yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Whenever. Yeah.
Can
sure.
I roll figure on a person to find out like how much if this is really this person's first time meeting Pixel, if they've secretly had smitten feelings for Pixel this whole
Sure.
time. I just feel like Pixel's the type to gather, like, get admirers. I feel like Pixel, she just like is there and like just somehow just keeps coming and coming and be like, I don't know those people. I don't know why they like me. And we're like, oh, weird. So I got 9, 10, 11. That's 11.
Okay.
I
So
am witty. Haha.
you can on figure out person on a 10 plus. You can ask 2 questions. It's like you're trying to ask what are your feelings towards Pixel.
Yeah, what are your feelings towards her?
So I think actually like Tamaki's heard of Pixel before because like especially among the tech majors, Pixel probably has a bit of a reputation. Not perhaps by name, but like, oh, that person who like is really good at talking to all our robots and like getting them to calm down and stuff. And they hadn't like they just kind of had a crush on the platonic ideal of Pixel, and they're sort of now putting together that the platonic ideal of Pixel and Pixel are the same person.
I see. And then the second one is, what do you hope to get from Pixel? What do you hope to get from this conversation?
Now they are trying to get themselves out of this situation as awkwardly as possible, and it is failing miserably.
I will help that. Hey, I just saw what would be the field if Tamaki is like messing with a big robot dinosaur. What would be, if I could guess, what kind of field would he probably be in? Unless he said.
They are specifically in robotics.
I'll say, oh, that's really fun. Who's the robotics teacher?
What did he say?
Do I know the robotics teacher? Do we know who?
Sure, we can make up a teacher for robotics right now.
Hell yeah.
The robotics teacher. The robotics teacher is Abdu.
Okay, I'll be like, oh look, Abdu. Oh, Abdu, where are you going? No, wait. Hey, look, did you just see that? He looks like the teacher's in a rush, almost like looking for maybe a big robot dinosaur that broke through.
Oh gosh. All right, come on then, but we gotta go. And starts like running down the hallway. Yeah, we can talk later, Pixel. Okay, bye. And Tamaki leaves.
I'll gently pull Pixel and be like, someone's got a crush on you. Someone has a crush on you. Pixel has fanboys.
No, it's just I'm good at helping out robots. That's all I'm here for.
No, wait, let's backtrack. I was like joking mostly, but like, you know what just happened, right? You picked up what was happening, right?
Like 30%, I was still really listening to the dinosaur.
Cool. Like,
are you going to the dinosaur wrong?
No, I just think I just think technology is neat. It's been there for me when no one else was. I appreciate it a lot.
I'm not going to get into how bad that sounds on a psychological level, that you can only bond with technology, which has no feelings.
No, I can bond with you guys.
I look at the 2 other people in the group. Okay, not great track record with us. Tamaki was like, what was Tamaki's pronouns one more time?
They, them.
Okay. Tamaki, they were very obviously into you, like aggressively into you. Like not in an aggressive way, but like definitely.
I was helping the robot dinosaur.
No.
One thing at a time.
No, they definitely thought you were cute before that. Like heard about you before that. You've gotten like a whole fan group happening. You're gonna have the best time picking your prom date. It's just gonna be like, oh my gosh, should we do Pixel and Bachelor? And I could psychoanalyze all of them and find the best pick for you using aggressive questionnaires. That's a good idea. You know who will make a really good chart, like a spreadsheet for all the data? And I look in here.
Nahir, meanwhile, is closing their eyes and has crossed their fingers and is going, please say me, please say me. Please say me, I can do it. I'll do a real good job.
And Madison can be, we could find a chaperone. Maybe we could find someone old enough that fits Madison's very interesting, like, rules on who could be a escort. So,
Did dinosaur be an escort?
I don't know. That has to be a question you have to answer because we're still unclear why you need a chaperone.
And
Because
talk to
it's
the
in the
dinosaur
rulebook.
later, and then Takamaki can help.
No. Here's what I would advise. Maybe don't, because that poor child was so embarrassed at the rejection you gave. Maybe
I
give
didn't
it.
reject anyone.
You
I
definitely
just
reject. No, you rejected them. You super. Hey, Nahir, would you say that was rejection? What just happened right there?
So I have been crunching the numbers in this rejection spreadsheet that I made, and
Right.
it's a pixel. I'm so sorry, but this is not bearing out in your favor.
Madison, was that rejection? Like, you're sort of my go-to on stuff like this.
This is a
I
terrible.
think
Why
I
would you
was.
ask Madison? I don't know why you would ask Madison.
Oh, well, I mean, it was kind of, but it was very nice. It was a
Yeah,
very
you.
kind.
They're sweet. I don't talk to folks outside of y'all. It's
You can though if you wanted to. You want to
yeah,
talk to the
but
dinosaur some more.
if I'm not being a hero, I'm helping. I'm working on stuff.
You could work on someone, haha. And I try to like
I thought
elbow
that was
Nicholas.
what you did.
That's.
Oh,
I do have a spreadsheet for that. Yeah, I do.
There.
I
What?
think a small smirk comes across Pixel face of like, I knew what I said there. Just enough.
For the first time in like maybe a while, it's probably only Pixel who can make Princess be like this, where she just like loses her words. It's like, and just and scribbles notes aggressively, but probably is writing just like, I hate Pixel. Pixel stinks. In her notebook.
I feel like on that note, we're gonna do a quick cut. Where do y'all go for lunch?
Oh man. Oh man. Where do we go? We probably go. Do we have a food court? Or do we have to go off campus?
There's definitely a food court on campus, and then there's restaurants all around campus. It's an open campus into like the rest of the city.
What do y'all think?
I don't have too much time. I've got kind of like a PAX studying schedule, so like I have time to go to like the what's that burger joint that's just across the street. I could go there. We could just go to the student union.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's cool. We can go to the burger joint. I'm pretty sure it's called Burger Joint. I don't think they were really individualistic in that. Yeah. Is anyone here like a vegetarian? Do anyone have dietary restrictions?
Let me check my rule book.
No, don't do that. What were you gonna say, Raz?
So I think there's a burger shop right across the street. It's called Beledi Burgers. They do some like normal burgers, but most of their burgers they do with like a Middle Eastern or North African twist. So like instead of buns, they'll do pita bread. They'll do falafel burgers for veggie burgers. They'll put tahina instead of like ketchup and stuff.
Oh my gosh, I love this. Can this place be? Is this place real, Raz?
Please.
Show it to me.
I know, right?
You said pita bread. I was like, I'm in for it. I'm ready.
Yeah, they've got like this double fried falafel burger where you can get multiple stacks of it, and then there's a dipping sauce that you can do it with. It's so good.
I've been to that. It's like an ethnic place. I'm pretty sure they only make that for you because you go so often and you are so incredibly, and I do a long pause thinking about using the word white or unflavored, and I'm trying to go through all of them, and I just go, or southern, and I'm like, you just like what you like, you know what I mean? You have a very specific taste.
What does that mean? And Nahir's just like starting to get up and collect their things. Like, what's that mean?
It means that you have a type.
I feel like on that we cut to like, oh, welcome back, and the double falafel person.
That's me.
Oh, come in. Ah, baby, come in. All right. You want your usuals? Yes.
Absolutely.
I think I quietly slip a really big tip every time I go. I really appreciate you doing this every time. It's very kind, truly.
Oh, we have enough fun with it. And he just walks into the back and starts cooking.
I try to do it really discreetly so the other two don't see me do it, like no one else sees me do it, because I'm like, I don't want them to know I'm nice. That's annoying.
All right.
I think I probably get the one with the pita bread because that sounds freaking awesome.
Cool.
Nahir is off in the corner. Instead of there being like a ketchup pump, there's like a harissa pump. And so they're just like going to town getting the spicy blend.
It's just jarring to me that you are aware of like flavors and like spiciness, but you don't get the normal menu items. You could just do that. You know that, right?
But this burger has 2 falafel on it. It's incredible.
Okay. Cool. Hey, Madison, where's your chaperone? Because I know we're not it.
You are my chaperone.
I'm
together as a group.
Oh, so Pixel can't be your chaperone by themselves, but we can as a unit be your chaperone.
I'm kind of trying to interpret the rules so that I can have.
Cool. As you're doing that, I'm trying to peek over to see what the heck your rules actually say.
I was actually gonna do the same.
But me and Pixel at the same time looking over like, what are those rules even real? What the fuck?
She does have a book. It says the Heteronormia Society of Debutantes.
Oh my god.
And one of the rules is never go unchaperoned or at all with a classmate. I guess is what it says.
God, what?
So always obeyed authority figures.
Who is the authority figure?
They're basically her commandments.
Oh Lord. Hell, God bless them.
You consider us people of authority?
That's terrifying. Oh wait, do you consider me a person of authority? She's like smiling a little bit.
Well, I don't always obey you. So
you could break them more often.
No, but I couldn't do that.
You could find workarounds more often. I feel like it's not breaking the rules, it's exploring the world within them. Madison, and around them.
I gotta ask now. So you are specifically a physics major, right?
Yes.
And your minor is in object transfigurations, right?
Yes.
Who is one of the students in your class that you have noticed?
One of the.
Don't give him a name. Just give him a description.
Oh, just make up somebody.
Yeah, just make some up description. I can come up with a name if you want. Just.
There's a student that wears a lot. Like, I'm not sure what her major is, but she wears lots of low cut things and doesn't really do a lot of work. Just kind of. I'm guessing they haven't picked the major yet, so they're just doing every class.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, so
like basically the opposite of every single rule in her book.
Ooh. So, Raz also giggled in a way that made me worried. She really was like, hee.
Yeah, okay. So this person doesn't always obey authority. They, Madison, that's really modest. Well, she's supposed to dress modestly. She not supposed to admit emotions. So,
all right,
basically the opposite.
So, she that student. Her name, you realize you don't know her name. She tells everyone to call her B, and she walks in to the shop, nods towards the front counter, and then tosses up what first looks to be just like a block, but then you notice her doing something from one of your object transfiguration classes, and it swaps into a wad of money, and she drops it on the counter to pay for her meal, and then grabs her meal, which is already ready because she's ordered on the phone, walks over to y'all's table, and she leans over, ignores everyone, goes, "Madison, right?
What did you say?
Your name's Madison, right?"
I think so. Is my name Madison?
Yeah. Listen, I couldn't help but notice that, every day I go to object transfiguration class. Well, I don't go every day, but who needs to go every day, right? So I go some of the days, and the days that I do go, I can't help but not pay attention because, well, anyways, I was wondering if some friends and I are going to go out. Well, not really some friends. None of them are going to show up, so it's probably just going to be me and you. But if you wanted to go catch a movie.
Yes.
Okay, great. Shall we go?
Oh,
I'm going to push so hard from behind Madison. I'm gonna make it so aggressively obvious, like shove.
Meanwhile, Nahir is sweating bullets from having put all of the harissa on her falafel, but is also like looking at Madison, going like, "Say yes."
We'll see
Say
you,
yes.
Madison, after your date, right? We'll just be back at the club probably. The three of us have like, I look at all of us, chaperone stuff to talk about. Anyways,
oh,
We're gonna be
well,
planning an outfit.
yeah, we're gonna meet. What? I didn't agree to that.
Just
Okay, yeah, we're planning an outfit. We're definitely planning an out. We're coordinating.
oh, you know what? I'm going.
Yeah.
I don't need a chaperone. I'm a full-grown adult.
Yeah,
That's
for
right.
sure, for sure.
So I'm breaking my commandment
Yep.
forever.
Oh
like high
Lord.
five, princess. Like
I also high five.
Yeah. Just,
But then I'll also say to the group after, like when if they start walking, being like, there's a lot of theories on why people just go by one letter of their name. I won't share them, but most are not great. So just like prepare to like, save her. I did in fact steal one of your trackers, Pixel. So sorry. Did take them, put them on Madison. Just in case. Just in case. It's cool. Everything's good.
I already have like a whole. Never mind.
Pixel's like, I'm not gonna get into that.
I love the idea of them all passive aggressively talking and while waving at Madison,
Yeah.
like, haha, shut back up. Ha 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 ha, bye, Madison.
I am going to say Madison is supposed to dress really modestly, but
Yeah.
she started wearing like loose sweaters or something that always slip.
Yep.
Oh, she's
Ooh.
violent out. Yes.
So she's like,
We love-
so like nothing fits correctly. It's either too big, like it'll slip off, or it's too small.
Perfect. As they're walking out, B will turn around and like pull out of her purse just like an object, twirl between her fingers, and toss it towards y'all's table. Oh, by the way, I'm assuming you obviously are all going to prom. Well, if you want to meet up for to get there, that's my number. And then she waves later and walks out.
All right, y'all know, I've shared the documents with all of y'all. You know where the folder is. I'm gonna log this in the contact spreadsheet, and then I'm gonna put it in my phone. So y'all should probably do the same thing, but it will be in the contacts if you ever lose your phone.
I don't
Right?
think that's possible for me to lose it.
That's true.
I read a lot about how many accidents per year are phone related, like how you're looking at your phone. So I actually only use mobile, like wall phones and like at home phones. I don't use cell phones. She fully
that
has
true?
a cell phone. Yeah, it is.
Is there a role to suss this out?
Yeah, 100%. You can figure out a person.
Ooh.
When
Oh,
you
I
try
think
to
I have a
understand the
thing.
person, roll plus wit.
Ooh, I have a thing called Enter the Web. When someone approaches to get something from you or threaten, choose something. Choose one. I can gain a string from them or lose string on. They can lose a string on me, and I can ask a question from the figure out person move, or have one ongoing against them for a scene. So you can figure me out, but I'm getting something out of it.
Okay, I think I'm rolling. So I got a 9.
Cool. So, on 79, you may ask 2 questions, but they may ask one of you.
I have to find out what the questions are. Hold on.
Yeah, the questions are, what are your feelings towards blank? What do you hope to get from blank? How could I get you to blank? What do you love most? And how would you feel if I blank?
Is there? Can we improv one? Because I have one in mind.
What do you have in mind?
I want to ask, why do you want to know?
So I mean,
yeah,
you can ask what do you hope to get from?
Ooh.
Yeah.
This information.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I also was gonna ask what do you hope to get from not having a phone? Like, what do you get? Like, you're someone who seems to enjoy talking to people.
I think she wants to. First of all, she has a phone, but
I know.
we all know she has a phone. I think to seem morally superior or like somehow like above her peers, because she knows that it's a big like in a psychological like everyone loves phones in this generation, and she does not want to seem like one of them. Very hipster minded, like I'm so above you. I don't even need phones. You all can't even
Not
go.
like other girls' energy.
Yeah, very strong, not like other girls, but she fully is like everyone else. She doesn't. She just wants everyone else to think she's morally superior to them.
She's the kid who's like, I didn't watch cartoons when I was a kid.
I didn't. When I was a child, I didn't even
watch
breathe.
SpongeBob.
What a bummer for you having to breathe oxygen.
Yeah. What do you hope to get from not having a phone? And my second question is, how can I get you to have a phone so we can communicate if there's an emergency?
What could you get? Say it's for your benefit, not mine. And say, what about this? You know, because then she'll think it's like I just do it because you say so. That she could just blame it on you instead of saying she has it.
Okay.
What do you hope to get from asking me? Giving me a phone?
I'm hoping that if there's an emergency, we can call you.
Okay.
It would be nice to have your number just in case there's an emergency.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, my mother has been a little bit worried because since I am always out and about doing social events with all of you, I'm away from my home, my dorm, so I can't get the landline.
Now that I think about it, you answer some of those still pretty quickly, despite not being around a landline.
That's really weird that you say that. Anyways, so can I get? What should I get? Can I gain another string on you, Pixel?
I'm okay with that.
Hell yeah. People ask me, try to figure me out. I get to learn stuff. I get closer with them. Okay. Do I gain feelings? I hope not. Oh yeah. Also, I have a feelings thing that I have to keep track of, so that's funny.
So
I'm at 1.
Yep.
No, I'm fine. No feelings added. We're fine, everyone.
And you gain the string on someone, so you're up to 2.
Okay. I'll consider it. I mean, I'll think about it. You know, it's a lot of big decisions to buy a phone than a phone plan. You know.
Oh, I can help you. I can put you on mine or something if that's an issue.
I think that's a huge. It feels. What we should find dates, right? Nahir, do you have anyone that you? I'm like trying to stuff the food in my mouth. Nahir, do you have anyone you want to go to prom with? And if you say something spreadsheet related, I will lose it.
Right as Princess asked that question, we see that the line of Nahir's eyes are looking over to Madison, kind of getting ready to leave with B. And Nahir is trying to figure out how to grab B really quick to just say something to her, I think her.
At this point, you'd have to get up and go towards them because they're like close to the door.
And I think Nahir just kind of shakes their head at herself and realizes, oh, Beans, I should have said something a little sooner. I'm sorry, what was your question, Princess?
Do you want to go talk to B or Madison? You're looking at them in like in a longing way.
Oh, well, I mean, I long to talk to him more if that's what you mean, but
to B.
To be in Madison. I wanted to say something to B, but it's past now, and we have dates.
I just remembered something. Can you come here really quick?
B glides across the floor towards you.
Hey, B.
Madison just kind of follows, like staring.
As soon as she's at my table,
B will like extend the hand backwards to you as she glides towards the group, so that like you can come with her.
Cute. And as they're coming over, I'll be like, just B or Madison also.
I mean, it was just to be, but I guess they're. But I
go,
hello.
As soon as B is at the table, I go, we all have to pee. And I grab Madison and Pixel and I go, we're being Madison's, they're escorting me to the bathroom. I have to go in a group because we are women. We are femmes. So, and I like shove them. Come on. Femmes have to go to the bathroom together. It's our culture. Let's go.
Yeah, sure.
I'm pulling Madison, so I like grip her like in a way that's like very mother-like. Like, come on, child.
Can her sweater flip?
V,
Like,
V looks at Nahir, looks at the arrest, looks back at Nahir. So I'm supposed to buy that, right? I'm supposed to pretend that's normal?
I mean, honestly, if you knew anything about us, or if you would like seeing us in the cafeteria, you would know that this is kind of the way that we operate. It's gonna sound like I'm lying, but I swear I'm not.
Well, you have me for however long it takes them to fake pee.
Right. They're either going to be like 30 seconds or an hour, and it's a real coin flip on which way that's going to go. Thank you for coming over here. I guess I just wanted to say that, show Madison a good time. Make sure she smiles while you're out. That's it.
You sent your friend away just so you could tell me to show them a good time.
I mean, technically Princess sent them all away, but point taken.
Why?
We're friends, and I care. I would say the same thing if Pixel or Princess walked away with if you had grabbed either one of them.
B's gonna lean in really close. Is that so?
Yes.
Okay. If that's all it is, I mean, if you cared, I guess I might have asked you if you wanted to come with us, but I guess it's just a normal thing you do with all your friends, right?
Right. It's
you don't want to come with us at all, right?
No, not at all. No, not at all. And meanwhile, Nahir looks not pained, but is clearly lying and is clearly not being wholly truthful.
Well, if you don't want to join us, and so you want to know where we are so that you don't join us, this is the address the movie theater will be at. So you can avoid it and not join us.
That sounds good. I'll put that in my spreadsheet where I log everyone's schedules so that we all know where each other are. Just in case like something happens. But just make sure Madison has a good time.
Right. A thing I will be doing alone because you will not be joining us. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As long as we're clear.
I'm literally not sure what she's gonna do. I'll be honest.
I also don't know. I busted. Oh wow, that was a quick pee. It was just a false alarm pee. I was definitely. She was fully at the door, like listening, and then whenever Madison would try to go over, she'd just be like, "Go pee, Madison, go away." And we're like, let Pixel be near, but like not let Madison.
I feel like we have to have a quick cut to that conversation of the three of you in the bathroom stall.
Right. She pulls them into the car, pushes them like Madison. My app on my phone for ovulation tells me that it's time for your period, so you should go check that. I have sanitary things. She probably actually does have on anyone who has periods in the group because she's nosy, but like is like shoving, but also because she's the most concerned about Madison. She is baby, so she'll probably like just kind of gently nudge Madison to the bathroom stall. Will she go, Madison?
Yeah, because she trusts her.
Good. Trust the very suspicious princess. Go. And as soon as she's in the thing, she leans at the door and like listens and like peeks out to try to eavesdrop.
Pixel, what are you up to during this?
I think I just had like my little like pet. It's like my little Tamagotchi data pet, just sort of hanging out, just like under the table. So
yeah.
It's just feeding me everything. Yes, perfectly clear. And I'm just sort of like chuckling a little bit of like, just kind of letting Princess come to her own conclusions first before I politely like, oh no, said this, not that.
What? Oh my
Yeah, no,
gosh. Now I can't tell. Is Nahir into B or Madison or both?
this is not my wheelhouse. I'll be honest, I'm really bad at this. If you can't tell,
Nahir is usually someone I can figure out pretty good. But she is also a wild card. Like they just seem to make decisions at the moment that the decision has been made, and then
you could
makes a
just
whole spreadsheet about it. It's
ask Nahir how they feel.
you want me to not distantly analyze and observe, and you would like me to just ask the participant, I mean friend, about their feelings. Interesting.
I feel like you have to have at least had one lesson about just talking to people directly also having benefits, right? Like
I
it's
will.
not all subterfuge.
True. Yeah, for sure. For sure. She's having this moment where she's trying to think about how she's like, how do I say I did learn in class and it just made me want to have more subterfuge because I don't want to interact with others. Yeah, we did have that class. I just don't want Nahir to know that we're eavesdropping. You know, that might make them uncomfortable.
It was kind of obvious enough that even I noticed there was a little going on there. So why
Really?
don't how look? How about for you as a friend? I'll ask first. I'll ask, and that way your subterfuge is safe.
Madison,
Sure.
you're in the
Okay.
bathroom as well. You're hearing them say all this. What's your reaction to this conversation?
I was like, what do I do at the movies?
Are you saying this out loud?
Yeah.
You interrupt us whispering. You watch it mostly, eat popcorn.
All right. So another thing, who's been on an actual date in this room? I don't. Maybe.
Wait, what counts as a date? Are you thinking your idea of a date in which it is a planned occasion that two people go on with romantic intentions, or do you mean a date as in the most casual term in which you meet with people and go, "Oh, it's a date," you know that thing?
Romantic. I don't. However, the energy that was presented would count as. Um, I think it was romantic. Maybe I don't know. What do you think?
I would say it's definitely romantic, or at least a little bit like something
All
more,
right. Have you been
something.
on a romantic date then?
So here's what you do: you watch the movie, right? And then you both reach for the popcorn, but then your hands are gonna brush, right? They're gonna accidentally tap, but don't pull away, okay?
I
Because that's
saw
really
that
cute.
movie.
Uh, yeah. Anyways, your hands grab. It's okay. Don't be afraid. Even if your hands are sweaty, everyone's hands get sweaty. I don't know why everyone gets concerned about the sweatiness of their hands. No one's thinking to himself, "Oh, how dare they have a biological response?" Like no one cares about that. But also, do pay attention to the movie because then you could talk about it afterwards.
Madison, my advice is be yourself. You're a great person. We're friends with you for a reason.
I think you should make a very well thought out like method of making them fall in love with you, thinking about what you'll do next. I'm sure Nahir. I start doing a Nahir voice. Well, if I was Nahir, I'd say make a chart about it and then think about all the possibilities.
It's a pretty good to hear voice.
Thank you so much. I really have been working.
There's
pretty
a knock on the bathroom.
optimistic.
Hey, hurry up in there.
Theater is my passion. All right.
We should probably go. But Madison, for real, if she got your attention just by you being you, then keep that up because that means you're doing something right.
Y'all can't come with me?
No, we shouldn't.
No, we should definitely not do that. Though Nahir might, so that could be interesting.
Oh, I would love if she came with us.
As we're walking back, if Pickles is a little bit about, I'll walk back and go to Madison and be like, you can be yourself, but like be a better version of yourself, like an elevated version, like a version that thinks about things before they do them, that kind of, like a version that doesn't bring up the rules every 5 seconds because you might scare B away, that kind of person. And also, you're not breaking a rule because technically, I would say B would definitely count as a escort or whatever.
I don't need that anymore. I decided I don't.
Just now, you've decided the rules are a no-go. We've been trying to get you. Oh, just that. Okay. Does that mean you don't need one for prom then?
Correct, but I should probably go with one of you just in case. to hang along.
Okay. We'll go back and I'll set the table. And just like sit there and start stuffing my food so that Pixel can't ask me any more questions about my date.
B turns to Madison, goes, "You ready to go?"
Yes. Can I invite one of my friends, or 2 or 3 of them, or one of them?
Depends. Which one?
Well,
Madison, if you scan the room, Princess is doing this, and then if B turns around, she'll stop doing it. But as soon as she turns around, she's like,
she's looking at Princess, and then she looks at Pixel, and then Mahir, and then back to B, and then back to Mahir.
Oh,
Like,
I mean, if you want to invite her, you can, but I don't think they're interested in joining us.
oh, but we're such good friends.
Oh, we are.
Mahir,
but
you don't
I
want to
mean,
go?
well, Pixel and I are actually going to study together in geography.
Are you 2 in geography together?
Yes. I elbow Pixel so hard. We're in geography. You know, technology, psychology, what do they have in common? They all occur on this planet.
Oh,
yes.
well, Mahir, can you go?
I mean, I don't want to intrude. I mean, especially if this is supposed to be you and B having a good time at the movies. But I'd go if it wasn't I'd go if it was welcome.
B's just gonna raise an eyebrow and say nothing.
Well, you're my friend, and you always make me laugh. So, just in case the movie's not funny.
I can crack a few good jokes. I've been working on my whispering so
Oh,
that
you
no
have?
one gets mad at me in the movie theater.
Oh, I can't wait to hear it, or not hear it.
Exactly. I guess going.
Madison smiles.
All right, it's a date. Let's go.
As soon as they get up, I want to whisper to Pixel. So would you count that as a date, or would you like? Because they said it's a date.
If they said it, then yes. But have you been on a date? Just, I want to know.
You know that we're not in geography together. Like you didn't fall for that trick, right? Like you know we're not in that class together. We started
Yeah.
taking the prerequisites like a year ago.
Yeah, no, I know. I just, I thought you were better at lying than me.
You know, hiding behind your phone is a method of passive aggression, and that's just concealed anger.
No, I was checking on the
Yeah, sure.
I don't. Do you want to
Can't-
talk about the ghost? I was
I can't-
texting the ghosts.
Okay. I just, I can't wait to have my phone on my own to also hide behind whenever my friends ask to chaperone me.
I was legitimately texting the ghost. I was keeping them updated.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is it so curious about the date that everyone's gonna go on? The ghost. Is your ghost that nosy?
Yes. That's how I know you have a phone. The ghost told me to keep an eye on you.
Ghost needs to mind its business. That's whatever.
I feel like on that note and this conversation continuing, we're gonna zoom out for a quick break. All right, thank you all for sticking around. We'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. Give everyone a chance to stretch, grab some water. I will keep rambling on until Chris sends us on a break, and I think we're gone.
Princess is the villain, and I love her.
Pixel means everything to me. Pixel's like, nah, that doesn't work. I will lie good to someone, but I haven't lied to anyone really in a way that can use a move, so.
Yeah.
All right, let's go quickly. Anyone needs to fill up their water, go to bed.
Let's go to a break. Okay.
Time to check on my partner. Hey, what? How are you?
Chris, I think mics are still hot on the stream. Chris. Someone needs to warn Chris. Chris, mics are still hot. Yeah. All right. I don't know. Can you hear the rest of us or just Chris? Let's see. Oh, yep, you can. Cool. All right. Well. Until Chris gets back, you get the sound of my voice over this calming waiting screen music. Because I guess the mics are still hot. And yeah, thank you all for stopping in so far. I'm excited for the second half now that we've got all these relationships geared up to see where they go. You get behind the scenes sneak peek with everyone gone, everyone taking a break. I can say whatever I want. There's no one here. Well, Nick is here, but.
Yes, I'm just making a post of that whole, how old are you? When she said she needed a chaperone. Like 24.
I need a chaperone. How old are you? 24. Oh. Got a lovely sound effect of items moving around in the background.
Oh no.
It's fine. everybody, to part 2 of our first session. Last we left off, our group has set themselves up for a date with Nahir, Madison, and B going to watch a movie. And then the other two, who knows what they'll be up to? I guess we'll find out now. But we're going to start off at the theater. Um, we're going to launch right into the movie. There was 2 movies being played, and I will give you all the choice of what you decided as a group to go see. There is Classics Night going on, and they're doing a showing of Jennifer's Body. And there is Anime Night going on, and they're showing a Yuri movie.
Madison is like really confused because she hasn't seen any anime or much. You know, her whole traditional, boring bill. So she's looking, and Jennifer's Body is a scary movie. So she's like, what do we see? Do we watch the scary one? Or what is that other one? What is that about?
And I think Nahir starts to blush a little bit as they try to think about how to describe the broad plot of this kind of anime. That's their other option. Well, it's I mean, it's a love story. It's a bit of a romance between, 2 femmes who fall in love despite the odds. Classic romance movie.
I love romance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Don't you?
I have many interests, and I actually have a spreadsheet where I catalog all of them from what I spend the most time on to the least amount of time on. And I guess I haven't put a lot of time into romance recently.
Oh, I'd love to see your spreadsheet.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I guess you can watch me update it. I guess the movie's like an hour and a half long, so I have 1.5 hours to romance. I'll show you how it works.
Perfect.
B, what movie do you think we should watch?
Well, sounds like we're leaning towards some romance. So let's do it. And I think we are living in the future where the manga An Easy Introduction to Love Triangles has a movie, which if y'all don't know is an explicitly poly Yuri manga. So that's the movie that we're going for. And we're gonna fast forward a little bit to the 3 of you in the theater watching. What are the other 2 up to? I gotta ask.
I'm just saying that, you don't need to be yourself. Being yourself statistically won't help you find a romantic interest. The odds of you.
Where are these stats pulled from?
Research. Polls.
Could you link me to any of your scientific studies?
I will link you to all of them. Listen, I will email you when I get home. I don't bring my laptop with me. Unlike some people, I think I'm here.
Oh,
how do you think they're doing right now? You don't think so do they, we didn't get a quick time to ask them here, because we're all friends and we're gonna ask people questions. Do you think they like each other, like Nahir and Madison like each other, or do they all like each other? Or is be a third wheel? What's going on? I guess it's none of our business, but consider also, I'm nosy.
Do you know the term love triangle, right?
Yeah.
And how love triangles normally they all point to one person. I think this might be one of those where they all point to each other.
So an actual triangle, not just an arrow.
Yes, not a love angle. That's always bothered me about love triangles.
Me too. I always wondered what they mean love triangle when there's no connection between the other 2. Though I've seen some 2 guys, 1 girl love triangles where the men have some serious enemies to lover tension. You know what I mean? They have really witty
enemies
banter.
to lovers is so much fun. I love banter.
Anyways, should we go creep on them? We could not be nosy. We could be super cool and ignore them or whatever. But I am assuming that you will want to creep because you left the robot friend to be under the table. So you're just as curious as me.
I just have to make sure that
Mhm.
you're not misappropriating the truth.
Right. Because the truth is always so clear cut. It's always so easy.
Normally, yes.
Mm,
I mean, so is this your way of asking me out on a movie date?
it's not. It's not a date. We're just creeping on our friends. It's just like a thing that we're doing because we have no romantic attention unless you have romantic attention. Which
You have romantic attention?
I know. I have the intention to watch a movie, baby. Oh God, what if they chose something cheesy?
I mean, I guess there's only one way to find out.
All right, let's go. Let's get these burgers to go.
Um,
Anything to eat?
Are we paying separately? I can
No,
split the
I think
bill.
Princess will pay quickly, so then she just can just get the heck out of here. She'll pay and then put on the money at the table and go like, all right. I'm used to paying for Madison's food.
I mean, I offered.
Oh no, you're fine. Anyways,
I
let's
feel
go.
like, okay, so the person who like takes the check looks between the two of you. Mark of a healthy relationship, arguing over who pays the check, and he just
We're
walks
not
away.
okay. You know, people who are presumptuous of other people's relationships show great signs of, jealousy. Maybe that person's single, probably, right?
I mean, we're
It just-
also single.
You say that, and he immediately like kisses his boyfriend, who's right behind the counter.
Sometimes psychology is wrong. Anyways,
I mean, maybe they know something we don't.
people always do
Sounds
seem
like
to.
neither of us have been on an actual date.
You said you had. You were like, you always raise your hand.
I thought about it, but then I thought about it was similar to the dinosaur situation where I was there for something else.
I'm suddenly very worried because I don't spend a lot of time with you outside club. Do you have a lot of interactions where let me set the scene. You're doing something, right? And I come up and I'm like, oh hey, I've seen you around. I really like what you do, with your cyberware. It's really impressive. I'd love for you to explain it to me sometime. And then you go, cool, and you only focus on the cyber stuff. Even when they I don't know, brush by your hand. I try to touch your hand a little bit and I go brush by your hand or lean a little close or laugh. You just keep it on the cyber stuff. Do you ever do that?
Yeah, no, the cyber stuff's really cool. I think just starts info dumping a little bit of and especially when you add in the occult stuff, it's like talking to spirits, but you add in the fact it's old technology and it's stuff that people really don't archive as much, which don't get me started on technology archival, but I think Pixel just starts going off for a second before realizing it. I do that. That's what I do every time.
Well, I was only asking to see if you were trying to exhibit unattractive traits, which you didn't right now, so I guess not helpful to the question. Did you kiss at the end? The big romantic gesture. Or hug. Hugs works. It relieves stress to hug a loved one.
Hey, princess.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds to me like you might be getting a little bit smitten with
Listen!
this movement.
Listen!
When you become smitten with someone,
where's my thing?
It's your choice, so obviously you can say no if I am incorrect here.
Mm-hmm.
But say why, give them a string on you, and answer the question in your playbook, and under the truth of heart and blade.
I have to find it first, Lord. Yeah, I think hearing Pixel, because to Princess, she doesn't give a crap about technology very much. She just thinks it is a means to an end. But it is very fascinating to hear Pixel, because I think Pixel among the group is very short-witted, where they just say something very smart or funny, and then everyone's just like, oh, the one-liner. And it's usually Princess or Madison or Nahir rattling on for 2.5 hours. So hearing Pixel talk so much, would be like, oh, so Pixel has things, they like, and it was very attractive. I think you ever hear people talk about something they love and their face just lights up and they become so beautiful? You ever have that? Does anyone know what I'm talking about, or am I making this up?
No.
Oh no, it's real.
Yep.
Me the thing. Come on, you all know the thing. Probably that. So you can get a string. What is my question? Is it on the handouts?
Yeah, it's on your playbook actually. So under the Truth of Heart and Blade for
Okay.
Trickster, for example, it's what secret do you have that you think would make them reject you if they knew?
I think. Oh, what do you think? I think that she isn't very like witty or funny naturally. It's like something she had to really work hard on. Because she sees Pixel as someone who does it, who's very naturally, very witty, very smart. But she had to like really work at it, really had to like study because she's like very autistic. So this is like masking for her. And so she thinks that if Pixel saw her just true autistic self and not her holistic mask, yeah, that's right, everyone. I use mask in an autistic way. I got real creative out here. I think that she thought that she wouldn't be lovable because I think that's something she's heard before. You know, being in psychology and being autistic is not a great mix, probably. They aren't super cool about stuff like that sometimes.
No, I love Princess.
By the way, Darren did just say 2 minutes ago, Princess is a villain. I love her.
I love villains.
Autistics can be a villain as a treat.
It's just Princess is so multifaceted. I'm smitten by Princess.
Aww.
Beautiful. All right.
Oh, are you smitten with me? Because I get gain another string. That'd be dope.
I don't think Pixel's quite there yet, but that's because Pixel hasn't realized it.
Dare is smitten with
Dare is
Princess.
there.
Yes,
but Pixel
Dare is there.
Perfect. So at this point, I think you all are outside the restaurant.
Mhm.
And there's actually starting to be a gathering of people. As at this point, a fellow student you all know, Sharifa, who is, you know, that person who is like really active in like every political and community organizing thing, and everyone knows them because they're everywhere. Yeah, that's Sharifa. So Z is the coordinator, most notably for like currently for the Student Educational Resources Program. And Z hosts weekly just seminars on random things in public for open access. And this week's one, which is starting to gather a crowd as Z starts to speak. Okay, everyone, gather around. This one is another one that's for all ages. It's a topic that, you know, we like to think that Weha City is pretty accepting of all different types of identities, but talking about attraction is not a thing that people do usually. You know, you get the talk from your parents about getting into relationships once you're in a certain age, but we talk about romantically or sexually, we don't really break it down beyond that sometimes it's okay to not have those types of attractions, and sometimes it's okay to understand your attraction through different lens. So I'm happy to bring up a bunch of speakers from the aromantic and asexual spectrums to talk to you about what that means, and to talk to you about different attractions like emotional, aesthetic, intellectual. And she is speaking through a megaphone the entire time, and then like for a round of applause hands it off to another speaker, and like walks off the stage, and like as she does bumps into the two of you. And Sharifa is she's got purple pink skin and a single horn coming off her head because she's half Jinn. She's got a foot aesthetic going on, so she's got like a flannel shirt and jean shorts, and then she's got a tattoo of a Hamsa, the hand with the eye that wards evil, on her right side of her face. And she bumps into the two of you, goes, "Oh, hey, didn't sorry about that. You okay?"
Yep, I'm fine.
Hi.
"Oh, hi. I know you two. Well, Princess and Pixel, right?"
Yeah, that is our names. Those are the names that we were given.
Well,
You were given yours?
Yes, this is my actual. I told you 100 times. It's just a Filipino name. I don't know why.
No, it's just it's a good name. Most people don't. Yeah, no, I chose mine. Yours is really nice. Anyway,
What's your name? I didn't know. Anyway, hi. Really cool that you're talking about, like aromantic and asexuals.
Yeah, well, we gotta do our part to make information as accessible as possible.
A is not for ally. Woo.
Well, speaking of attraction, I cannot help notice that, as far as I'm aware, neither of you have asked anyone to prom yet, have you?
No. To be fair, I did just see the poster just now. I did announce,
Oh.
so we just found
I
out.
think a few people have maybe asked me. I'm not quite certain.
Pixel!
I'm
What?
fairly certain a few people have asked you. I've heard a little bit of whispers coming out of the robotics department.
Pixel.
And by a little bit, I mean from every single person there.
Yeah, Pixel.
Is it like a bet? Is it like a betting pool or like a game?
No. I think they
Part
just
of it.
want to ask you. Which, I mean, I can see why. I don't blame them.
Thank you.
Princess is staring so hard at Z.
Though, actually,
Them.
and Z turns to look at Princess.
Hello, Zem.
If you don't have a date, I was wondering.
Do I have? We're talking about to prom.
Correct.
This is a romantic date that you are asking me right now.
Well, I mean, you just heard my speech, so it doesn't have to be romantic if it isn't. If that's not what you're looking for. But
Cool.
if you would like to,
Can I figure this person out?
yeah.
Me suspicious as hell of everyone. Okay, time to roll. I am also very witty, so thank the Lord. Watch me roll bad when I say that. Oh, I got a 13, homie.
Okay. Ask 2 questions.
Heck yeah. Okay. I will ask. Oh, there's one that's kind of cute. I could ask.
Yeah.
First, I'll ask, what are your feelings towards me?
Like exactly like Z said, Z thinks that you are pretty cute and would enjoy going to prom with you. But also, I think has their eye to like on everything going on campus and has kind of figured out that there's something going here and is figuring that, hey, if you say yes, then Z's got a date, and if you say no, then maybe they push something along here.
They're on to us. They're on to us. And by us, I mean me. How would you feel if I rejected you?
I mean, probably a little bit upset, but nothing that Z wouldn't get over.
Great. Can I also now try to figure out person and try to figure out Pixel?
I think we'll put a pause on that for a minute because I think we're going to cut over to the theater first.
Oh, yes. Tell us how it's going.
So the movie's been going. Let me get a general vibe from Nahir and Madison during this movie. That like pretty much opens up with like the character finding 2 people like stealing away a gay kiss in a corner, and then like immediately like starts transitioning into them trying to like figure out their own relationships and feelings. What are the vibes?
Yeah, Madison is like looking like looking at Nahir and then looks at B and kind of holds the popcorn so that they can reach it. Like she's not trying not to be obvious, but she's like, get the pop. Basically, she wants them to reach for the popcorn.
Perfect. What about Nahir?
Nahir is whole body clenched currently. This is the longest period of time they have ever spent away from doing the superhero stuff and away from studying and kind of doing the basic essentials you need to upkeep your body, like eat and sleep and all of those activities. And throughout the course of the movie, Nahir has been highly tactical in popcorn extraction so as to be highly respectful of all parties involved. So it's like a big reach around every time, trying not to touch anyone, and then get, a very responsible amount of popcorn each time.
Okay, Madison's trying to bump into her.
So I think we're playing this very awkward game of Madison trying to make contact and Nahir trying to be respectful.
Beautiful, beautiful. And this mess is happening for a bit. And I think you go to grab some popcorn and the dance begins again. And then I think B is sitting in between the both of you and is the one with the popcorn in her lap. And I think they just jostle accidentally the popcorn bucket while you all are both reaching for it. To just and both your hands brush.
Sorry, Madison. Sorry about that.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I was trying to get popcorn and I'm not moving my hand because of my instructions earlier.
And I think Nahir has a hand half full of popcorn and half full of Madison hand. And then she looks up to where B is sitting kind of right in between the two of them. Do you also want some popcorn?
I think B will very go, sure, and reach her hand into the bucket, grab some popcorn, brushes past both your hands as she does, completely unfazed. And oh gosh, as she grabs some popcorn, instead she just ends up grabbing both your hands. Oh, looks like I missed the popcorn.
I guess I mean I'm fine staying like this.
It would be rude to move away.
I mean, as long as it's don't feel like you need to follow that handbook you have. You can do whatever you want.
Oh, that's not in the handbook. There wasn't a rule for that.
I think I need both of you. Are either of you feeling quite smitten at the moment?
Nahir has been smitten for a while.
Okay.
Madison nods.
All right. So are you smitten with one and or both of the people you were with?
Madison nods.
Which is it?
Both.
Both and Nahir?
Yeah.
I think currently Nahir, B's a little bit of an unknown quality currently. So right now Nahir is predominantly smitten towards Madison.
Okay. Cool. So both of you gain the string on one another. And both of you will have to answer the question in the Truth and Hearts and Blades section on your playbook.
So Nahir's question is, how does pursuing Madison conflict with their devotion? And for Nahir, it's tough because they care so much about protecting people and also being kind of making sure that they're not just devoted to protecting Madison, but to that ideal of protecting people, that being singularly focused and kind of truly letting yourself care about one person could make Nahir make a bad choice, or maybe someone else is in danger because she decides to actually like someone.
Cool.
Where is this again? I'm sorry.
No worries. It's on your playbook under Truth of Hearts and Blades. I can read your question out for you.
Oh. Okay. I have my playbook.
No worries. Which of your values do they openly violate or decry?
And I have to say this for both of them?
Yep.
For B, it's all of them.
Fair. Yeah, that's a reasonable answer.
Everything that Madison's ever been taught.
Uh-huh.
And here, that's a harder one. This is hard because the here is the one who reminds her of home. I guess this here is kind of brave, I guess. Like, we'll go, she helped earlier. And the here is always doesn't like Madison will just kind of let things happen, and the here does not. Sorry.
Oh yeah. It also feels like independence along those
Yeah.
lines, right?
And
Like
the here feels like independence and knowing what she wants to do. Confidence, independence, confidence, not always obeying some authority. She's not. The here's not 24 looking for a chaperone.
yeah. Perfect.
I love that.
All right. So Beast goes, well then, that sounds perfect. And she will just continue to hold both your hands.
Oh my god, wait, you could hear that?
What?
I thought I was whispering when I said that.
Oh.
B, I think you're lovely too. I just don't know you as well.
Oh, that's fine. Then we've got plenty of time to work that out, but for now, and she will pull her hand away. There, I can grab. Madison has 2 hands. Why don't I just shuffle over here? And she shuffles around Madison. And
Madison is look. She's not looking at the movie. She's looking between P and the here.
I feel like at this point we're gonna cut back to outside. So yeah, you've got this person in front of you, Pixel. This person in front of you is asking Princess out to prom. What is your reactions to this?
I think Pixel's not going to say anything. Pixel is just sort of quietly reading the all right, what's Princess gonna say?
I would
just
like
curious.
I want to look over. I definitely do that thing where someone says something and you're glance over and be like, I want to glance over and see if Pixel is as good at lying as they say she is. And try to read on their face and figure out what the heck's going on in Pixel's brain.
Cool.
I'm to psychoanalyze Pixel. Dun-dun-dun.
All right, go ahead and roll it.
We love, oh, yikes.
Was it bad?
Yeah, it was real bad. It did not make it.
Okay, so here's where we're gonna go. You can ask Pixel one question. Pixel does not have to answer honestly. There you can give this answer to whatever you think Princess sees rather than whatever the truth is. Could be the truth, but it's up to you to decide. And then you can ask Princess a question, and Princess must answer you honestly.
Okay, I got lost there. You need to, I'm so sorry.
No worries. So start with, you will ask Pixel a question from the list. Pixel does not have to answer honestly.
Okay. What are your feelings towards me being asked to prom? Pixel does the highest voice. It's fine.
I mean, it's whatever makes you happiest.
That's not how you feel?
That's the answer you get, Bo.
Okay.
And now Pixel, so you can ask Princess a question, and Princess must answer honestly.
Yikes. I'm so nervous. It's just a game. It's just a game.
What do you love most?
How could you dare? How could you do this? You little stinker. I was looking at it I swear to God, dare I swear to God.
All right, you must answer honestly.
You butthead. Pixel. Princess loves Pixel most.
So Pixel, in this moment, there's a moment of Princess, you give a look to see what Pixel's reaction, and you just aren't able to tell. Pixel just seems like whatever you want is fine. Pixel, though, in that look, you see that Princess right now, more than anything else on her mind, is you.
I keep looking at you more than the person asking me to prom. I'm just like, do I want to go to prom with you?
Because Pixel can't flat out say a thing, because of how they are, I think their little like eerie companion, like the little data animal, sort of just
Cute.
like affectionately like rubs like against Princess's leg.
I look down at the thing that literally warned Pixel about me.
Oh, that's not the one that warned.
Oh, okay.
You can't see the one that's warning me about you.
Even scarier, even more terrifying, genuinely. I will then be like, I actually do have someone I want to ask. So thank you so much for your consideration and the opportunity.
Z just laughs, and they've got like rainbow hair that they just flip back and just look at you, and oh, no worries at all. It seems that you do have something else, and I wouldn't want to get between that. But if there's ever any availability, and Sharifa gives another bow, and I think I'm needed back on stage anyways.
Have a
And
good talk.
just they Z does a twirl, and their hair just lands perfectly on their purple pink shoulders as they march back towards stage.
Princess is
Really
totally not. Princess is totally not paying attention. She's too busy being like, "Do you think is it very obvious? I've never been on a date. Was that really obvious? I feel like I did do a great job that time.
I mean,
I just
I've
said
got-
thank you for the opportunity, like it was a business transaction."
And on that, oh, go ahead. Give your answer.
oh no, just I think you're good. I mean, I believed it.
I don't think anyone bought that, but thank you so much for lying. It fully does not suit you.
And with that, I think we're going to cut over back to the end of the movie. And y'all are like in the lobby outside. No, actually, I think empty theater. Empty theater, the three of you. Everyone, there's like one or two other students in there, and they also have left at this point. So, had a good time, everyone?
That was quite the movie.
I can't. You know what? I can't remember the time I took some time for myself and didn't study. This was nice. Thank you, B, for making it happen.
Of course. And it's nice to get to know you.
Oh, me?
Oh, yes, you. I mean, it's hard to not notice you from a distance, but it's nice to get to notice you up close.
Oh, thank you. I am very large.
It is quite impressive.
Thank you. I do try to get out there, work my body. I like to be strong. But I mean, I guess I don't look at a lot of people up close, It's like always from a distance.
Well, perhaps we should do something about that.
I think Nahir blushes and then looks at Madison. Did you have a good time?
Yeah, I had the best time. Is the movie? Oh, the movie's not on anymore, is it?
Oh shit, you're right. Should we go?
I just realized I have to go to a study group. Which me, super studious, got a lot of study groups. So I'm gonna head out.
I
Catch y'all
haven't
around.
seen you in any of my study
Hi.
groups.
And she just gets up and glides out.
Made without 26.
I guess. Do you want to stay and watch the rest of the credits, or I get it if you also got to go back to a study group.
No, I don't usually go to study groups.
how you know what, we don't need to add. You know what, I'm probably in too many study groups, so maybe it's like we balance each other out on that front. But
I just thought you were naturally smart.
oh, I mean, thank you, but not. I spend most of my time when we're not in the club just studying, reading books, and I guess being in the gym. I don't really make a lot of time for stuff like this.
Oh, well, we should or have a movie group.
I do like the sound of it being a group, so that's something I could put in a spreadsheet, but maybe the point of this is to not put it in a spreadsheet.
Okay. I don't know what to do right now.
You know what? I don't either. And I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's kind of nice in here.
Yeah, why don't we wait until they kick us out?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's wait.
I feel like the zoom out goes into like the box behind where the projector is, and there's just a person, like it's the person who's running is like under college, y'all's age, and she's just on the phone with her girlfriend, just like, oh my god, they're so cute. And she's like, oh, we'll stay here until they kick us out. I'm not kicking them out. There's not even a schedule for after this. Why would I interrupt that? Why would I do that? They're just adorable. Yeah, look, like, and it's just like, I know. Yeah, I know. I have to come home to see you eventually. Yes, I know. It's better than the movie. Okay, they're just so cute. Okay, yeah. Bye. I love you. And that, I think, is where we're gonna cut away from this day. So we're gonna skip forward a bit of time. I want to know what everyone has been doing to prep for their promposals. Just give me like quick montage shots, 1-2 lines. What have you been doing in the interim time? It's been about a week that you've been trying to get ready to prep your promposal. If you are, that is.
Princess has just been trying to find a fucking sword. She's like, how am I gonna find a fucking sword? How am I gonna? Why do they always say swords? They act like I only use sticks. Should I present sticks? Would that work? No, that wouldn't work. I have to do something. I can't just.
Perfect.
Okay.
I think Pixel, you're just not. I think Pixel is still being very Pixel-like, which is just having conversations that no one can see.
Beautiful. Nahir?
Nahir has spent the last several days agonizing over whether or not to make one sword or two, because they've been thinking about apparently it was a date at the movie theater, and they want to go to prom with a date for the first time ever. They've been to every prom because it's a school event and you go to those. That's what you do when you're a good student and you want to make all the chaperones proud. But she's never been with a date before and she wants to go with Madison, but they've been trying to figure out, does that also mean I prompose to B?
And Madison, what have you been up to?
Madison has been trying to buy a sword and a dress. She doesn't actually. Okay, her family is like really boring and overprotective, so they didn't give her a sword. They told her she might cut herself. So she's going to buy one. And she is trying to figure out how to do a spreadsheet because she's trying to do a really fun proposal. And I think, and when she's not doing that, she's still like staring at me and smiling a lot.
Beautiful. And in the meantime as well, other students have also gotten on top of their proposals finally. Everyone here is doing it last minute, but they are doing it. So we get a shot, for example, of Sharifa, our half Jinn coordinator, who tried to ask Princess out earlier, asking out Armali, who is a very tired pulse sci major who interns at the local government and like is their secretary and is just constantly operating on coffee and sleep deprivation. And like for the first time I think any of you have ever seen them have anything other than caffeinated energy, they actually look excited as a result of getting asked out, and their like face lights up as Sharifa hands their megaphone over, which extends out with a sonic sword as like the promposal. And then also your professor, Wahida Antonius Deek, who runs your club, he also asks out his like long-term wife, but still does it anyways in just an overly exaggerated like promposal style. And all of you see for the first time his sword, which comes out of his bass guitar that he's always carrying around, as he hands it over to his wife.
I must ask, does he strum and go, "I love you, bitch"? Never stop, but on the bass, so it's even weirder.
Yes, he does.
Good. Okay, just double checking.
And then we finally cut to the day where y'all were gearing up to do yours. Except whatever you were planning was interrupted by another accident, this time from the chemistry department. They seem to have mixed together a bunch of chemicals, and an all-consuming ooze is starting to spread out and just eat the buildings around you. And and at this point, the professor calls you up and goes, "Hi, slight problem. You remember how I got some other folks to cover for you? Yeah, they're already occupied elsewhere. Y'all are gonna have to take a shift dealing with that whole mess."
Somehow this like honestly really tracks. This aggressively tracks.
So what do y'all look like when you arrive, like in superhero form?
This.
Yeah.
This
Perfect.
tracks.
I think that Princess is wearing like, she usually wears like a lot of like white clothes, aggressively sterile looking white dresses and like pantsuits and shit like that. And she wears like a really bright, like very poofy, very pink dress with like a white mask, like an actual white mask that kind of covers everything but her eyes. She'll like one of the ones that cut off like here and they're just like pop, pop, just a mouth one. And it stinks.
Beautiful.
Nahir arrives wearing a more traditional sort of super suit. It's skin tight. It shows off precisely how jacked they are. We see Nahir kind of in all of their glory, standing at about 6'2" and just big and broad in their stature. And the suit is predominantly a white and silver color, very much like the sword that they always carry, even when not in kind of their super persona, but it's accented with red and more of those gemstones that mimic what we saw in the hilt of the sword.
Heck yeah.
Okay, Madison, she has a mask, like one of the that you put over your eyes. Sorry. And like a pink kind of corset type thing with like loose kind of pants. And her hair's down, and she has a paintbrush that she can transmutate into a sword.
I love that.
That's her major, so that's what she does. She like pulls it out, and it's this beautiful long silvery blade.
Hell yeah. Perfect. And there before you is this ooze that is sort of spreading out and starting to consume. It's already eating the chemistry wing, and it's starting to threaten the other wings of the university campus. There are people who are trying frantically to get out of the way, and there's the ooze itself. What do y'all do?
Is the ooze sentient?
Yeah, does it
Can be
look
if you want
like?
it to be. Yes.
I would love it to be sentient. I'd be
Yeah.
like, I want to walk over and be like, hey, like just kind of staying far enough that it won't ooze on me, and be like, hey, actually, just is the person who has, I forgot their name, but like the one who had the speakerphone.
Yeah. Sharifa.
Yeah, I'll be like, can I use your speakerphone really quick?
Sure.
Thank you so much. Hey, ooze, that's, you prefer that name. Anyways, I'm sure that you don't get really a choice in which your birth is created, but like today is kind of a big day for us. We're all trying to like go to this college prom, and I know you think it's really cheesy, so do I. But like it's kind of a big deal, and it means a lot to people. And you're kind of like destroying everything, which puts people in mortal danger instead of just enjoying the night. Could you like do this another day, like maybe after prom? I could schedule you for like the summer, maybe.
The ooze does not seem to respond to you at all. And at this point, Sharifa goes, look, I don't think that's working. Do you mind if I take this back so I can continue evacuating people?
Oh yeah, that's probably a better use.
But
Yeah.
Pixel, you can feel its consciousness.
Hi, can you hear me? I can hear you if you can speak.
I don't think the ooze quite speaks, but you feel it like it's. How do you normally communicate with creatures, do you think? Like,
I think a lot of it legitimately shows up on their phone.
yeah. So I think what ends up happening is like it can't quite text you or send words like that, but you see your battery bar going up or down in like it attempting to make a response.
Are you an ooze? I say this just to calibrate the sort of test of it.
The battery bar goes up, and so does the brightness of your screen.
Okay. Are you scared?
The battery bar goes even brighter, and you think you might pop an LED if this keeps going.
Okay. I like turn my brightness down really quickly. Do you want me to help you?
There is like up and down uncertainty.
Do you want to shrink smaller?
No response.
Do you want to be less big?
Tentative, yes.
I go over Pixel's shoulder and go, ask if they want to be asked to prom. Maybe they want to be included.
Do you want to go to prom?
The brightness goes all the way down.
Oh, well, just double. Okay, cool. I was thinking it was maybe like I turned to Nahir, thinking that was maybe like a Frankenstein moment. Like, I just want someone to love me and understand me,
I think I don't do any of that talking stuff. Should I run up and punch it?
No, I don't think you should run up. I think we should wait it out. We should
Okay,
really
get
wait
a
it out.
hold.
I might do a move.
Oh yeah, what move you got?
I'm going to do commune with the unseen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna perform a ritual to commune with the unseen. Give a dangerous unseen a string on me, which that's gonna be fun.
Ooh.
Right, and I got an 8, so I get to choose two benefits and something that goes awry.
Okay.
Okay. I think for the awry thing, I would love stern unseen judges me, inflicts a condition. I think insecure would be very fun to play with.
Yeah, okay. I like that.
And then learn something important from the unseen. I want to see if they know any way to shrink or help this ooze.
Okay. I think you realize that the unseen just like gives you a moment like, really, you're calling on a ritual now, right? That's the judgment that you're getting. I think the judgment also comes in the form of they start texting you, and when you see like the dots,
Oh no.
you get that, and then it erases, and then you get that, and the unseen does that for a little bit, just long enough, and goes, heat. It'll shrink and be more manageable in response to heat. Fire emoji, fire emoji, fire emoji.
Wonderful. And then I have one more thing that they can give me, which is temporarily alter the unseen nature of a place. I think a fun thing, if I could alter it and just have one of the Bunsen burners still active from the chemistry wing getting eaten to help show everyone else that.
Yeah, I like that. So you see, like, so you like are able to reach out to one of the Bunsen burners, and it starts lighting, and you watch the ooze slowly. It doesn't like recoil away from the Bunsen burner, but rather the ooze around the Bunsen burner stops expanding and just like settles down.
Is this helping you?
Brightness goes up.
Okay, so fireworks. Let's not go super fast with it.
Princess has already like lit something on fire, like a Molotov on fire, and then goes, "Oh, so no to that." Okay, and like take it
slow fire. Let's not scare them.
Okay, gotcha.
Now here, you look like you got something you want to say or do.
Here's the word fire will help them, and immediately, instead of going from being ready to punch, their blade is out, and that gemstone in the hilt is glowing, and it's glowing red hot. And so are kind of the rest of the gemstones that are faceted into their super suit. Because what Nahir does is channel, or rather generate and then channel light into heat, and that creates flames. So roast them gently is what I'm hearing.
Roast has a sort of connotation.
Broil?
Like simmer?
Simmer. Okay. I can work with that. And and Nahir's fucking off.
Nahir?
I have an idea.
Oh. Okay,
first, Pixel, can you figure out what their home is?
I'll try. And yeah, I try to ask them anything about their home.
Maybe ask if they have a home.
Yeah. I mean, I could try to figure out a person if that's okay.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Yes. How does the help action work in this thing? Do you do that?
You can, if you have strings with someone, you can use a string to give them +1 after they make a roll.
Okay, I'll do that in case it doesn't work.
No, it's not gonna work even with the +1. That was a 3.
Oh no.
I'll try to figure out a person.
First, on the 3, you try to ask it about home, right? And the ooze expands out. It grows rapidly at that question. And like there's more spreading, and now it's causing more chaos. We're gonna deal with that in a second. But first, Nahir, you are gonna try something with the fire.
I think as they're kind of, as the rest of the group is trying to figure out other ways to finesse the situation, Nahir has marching orders and is going to go into kind of damage mitigation mode. Yeah. She knows that if they can apply heat to these oozes, or to the ooze rather, the situation will stay more under control until we have a more permanent solution.
Yeah.
So I think maybe it's just a general danger
I
move.
think what actually it is emotional support.
Oh,
I love
offering
that.
Emotional support to this ooze in a way that is meaningful to it.
I like that.
So you choose either heart or spirit.
Let's go with spirit, because I think Nahir is trying to kind of focus their energy in a way they haven't done before. They're trying to create a gentle warmth all around the ooze.
Cool.
And we do get a 5.
Okay. So here's what happens. The fire does what it does, and the ooze starts to calm down everywhere but in the area where it's currently expanding. You also may or may not have set some fires on the campus. So like you look around, you're done. The ooze is calm everywhere you went. You're like, ha! And then you look back, and there's now fires blazing through the yard.
That's so funny because I just had an idea of what I wanted to do.
First, I think Medicine was trying to do something, so we're gonna cut back to that. Medicine, you were trying to attempt an idea with the home concept, yes?
Yes, and now I see like, so the ooze is smaller again.
The ooze is calmer in a lot of the places, except for the one area closest to you where it is a little bit out of control.
Okay, and there's fires everywhere now.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to look at my laptop, which I was doing the proposal thing on. This is going to be, I just had this move up, sorry.
No worries?
Defy disaster.
Yeah.
And she's worked really hard on this proposal on this laptop.
Yeah.
But she's going to try to take that into like a laptop, like a portal, using her
Okay.
school lesson.
Okay. Where's the portal gonna go to?
She doesn't know, she doesn't know where this thing's home is. So it's going to have to be the first place she thinks of, which is her home.
All right, let's roll this.
Okay.
Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, that's not a good choice, but a 12.
Okay, so you do it.
Oh, I was supposed to tell you, but I was rolling too.
Yeah.
I guess that would be. Would that be heart?
Yeah, I could see heart.
Okay, that's -1, so that would be 11.
Still, so on a 10 plus, you do it with style. At the GM's discretion, you can also learn some new information, discover a new opportunity, or gain a string on someone. So you open this portal, and the parts of the ooze that are flashing wildly go through it and appear at your home. I'm sure that will have no consequences later. But for now, the rest of the ooze here is placated. There's still the matter of fires. Princess, you have an idea with that?
I was gonna say when Pixel mentions fires, I'll be like, well, this is of no help to me. So this is not something I could do. So I will just walk over to the nearest fire extinguisher and just look at the thing, pick up something probably a rock and just smash it, and then take it out and be like, oh no, someone broke into the thing. Wasn't me though. Anyways, and leave. I'll take the rock so that no one can find the rock and put it in my pocket and deal with that later, the repercussions of that later, and then take out the fire find the fire, extinguish them right behind it here, just spray. A little bit. Hey, here, just walk a little slower because I am not as fast as you. Please, thank you. This is harder to operate than it looks.
Perfect. Yeah. Since you're just breaking fire extinguishers, I would allow that because that'll definitely not have consequences down the line.
It's a fire emergency. I think it's probably fine. If not, we can blame, I don't know, Tamaki.
At this point, they're the students realize the danger's gone, so they come around and you start getting rounds of applause. One of the students from the chemistry department goes, "Fire! That's what I was missing."
There was a lot more missing than fire when you were making this decision. A lot more missing. A lot more.
Well, yeah, I mean, we mixed up a few of the chemicals. If I hadn't gotten them right, then if I got them right, we wouldn't need the fire. But yeah, you know what? That's what trial and error is for. And they wander off.
I fully throw the empty thing at so it hits their feet or something. Oops, sorry.
No, it's fine.
They almost made a whole catastrophe, and they say it's just a science method. This is why I don't mess with hard science. They're so annoying.
Oh, yeah. What do you all do?
Hey, speaking of which, Madison, what was on your laptop just now? I thought I saw a PowerPoint or something.
Madison's she doesn't usually show her emotion. She tries not to. She looks crushed right now.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Was that a wrong? Go ahead.
I was
did
working
roll
on
2+
something.
though. So a second later, the portal
And the
closes and the
Islanders
laptop
win this
reappears.
one.
Okay. Is it okay? Like,
Yep.
okay. Then I'm really happy when I see it. Like I'm hugging it.
Oh, okay, that's what was happening. I was really confused, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, are you okay, Madison? I'm so sorry. I'm usually much better about controlling my fires, but I guess it's my mind it's kind of in a couple different places right now. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I sent the thing home, and I think my spreadsheet's okay, but I was going to have you check it. And is it over? Is it all done?
You've been working on a I mean, yes, that's fine now. You've been working on a spreadsheet?
I wanted you to look at it and make sure it was okay.
I mean, I would love to look at your formulas.
Okay, they're really good. I think you'll like what you see. And I'll like open up the laptop.
All right, yeah. And here looks like a kid in a candy shop. They are so excited. Not enough people ask her to review their kind of documentation and Excel spreadsheets. All right, so which part should I be looking at?
Row F.
Okay.
And there's like lots of errors.
All right, this is a good start. I like what I'm seeing. I think I can kind of start to see like the idea that you're going for here. So like, and I think Nahir is kind of exploring the spreadsheet, zooms out a little bit.
Yeah, as she fixes it, I guess it opens to a PowerPoint that's like, will you go to a prom?
Oh, I think something's happening with your laptop.
And it'll say, will you go to prom with me? And it have a little sword that she made out of characters.
Oh my God,
animations?
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry I saw this. And Nahir's trying to go back to the Excel spreadsheet. Like she's trying so hard to be very respectful of this laptop and to go back to the Excel spreadsheet. I'm so sorry. I swear I didn't read any of it.
No, that was for you.
Wait, what? That was for me?
Look at the spreadsheet title. It's like Nahir prom proposal.
I guess my answer is oh shit. And Nahir will look up at the sky. How is it starting to get dark out?
You want it to be?
Yes.
Then yes.
Nahir kind of looks up the sky. I was hoping I could do this a little bit later because it looked cooler, but I guess no time like the present. I guess my answer to your PowerPoint is this. And Nahir will reach into their pocket and hands Madison a faceted stone. It's white. And it has some kind of carvings inside of it. And there appears to be sort of like a heat sensor on the bottom. And she hands it over to Madison. Just like hold it in your palm for a second and let your palm heat the stone up just a little bit.
She does that.
And after about 5 or so long seconds, Nahir is holding their breath and their eyes are kind of split between the PowerPoint and the stone. All of a sudden we see a set of lights erupt from the stone. Because of course, Nahir's primary major is photomancy. And these lights shoot up into the sky and they look like a constellation. And that constellation is a sword. And Nahir just kind of looks up at the sky and then looks at the PowerPoint presentation and then looks at Madison.
Yes.
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 This is so pretty. Yes.
This is amazing.
This is amazing. I love this.
No, honestly, I mean, that's nothing. This though, I've never been asked out on a date before, but let alone in a PowerPoint. I love this. This is perfect.
I whisper so much to the person and go, all right, I really feel bad for whoever's going to follow that up. Genuinely, that is a lot.
the entire audience, because in case you forgot, there is a whole audience of people who are like here because y'all just did a superhero, are just applauding and cheering because
I don't know what to do, so I also clap. Wow, who would have seen this coming?
I think
I thought that
Pixel's
was a-
still down
Wait,
and just
I
sort
thought
of
there was
like,
3.
yeah, I don't know. Pixel's like clearly just not really focusing in right now.
I'll go over and Pixel like, are you upset because it wasn't a triangle? It's okay. Sometimes angles are cool, you know? A B is really cool. I think that, you know, she can handle herself. She'll find another person.
No, the ghost thing happened again and it didn't go well and
What do you mean? You saved everyone. It was because you communicated to it. Otherwise, Nahir would have punched it to like the high heavens.
No, but I still messed up with the ritual. It didn't go as well as I planned, and one of one of my little ghosts maybe had some words. Pixel's just like sort of not making eye contact and looking down, like visibly just like trying to play with the phone, except this time there's nothing on the screen.
Oh, Princess will go over. You know, I sometimes think, and I take the phone very gently and like just hold it in my hands while taking Pixel's hand to be like, not always, but sometimes I think people forget that, you know, phones, interactions through the phones can just tell one story. Maybe they have more things to say and they'll tell you when they're ready. Maybe you didn't do anything wrong. Maybe they're just thinking about it. I couldn't think of anything you could do wrong. And I would like to give emotional support
yeah,
to get rid of that
sounds like you're
security.
giving emotional support. So the first question is,
I have no heart. Oh Lord.
is this a way that is meaningful to Pixel?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey,
Are you rolling with heart or spirit?
or both are bad. I guess I'll roll with heart. Sure.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. If you spend a string on Pixel, you can get +3 to this roll before you roll.
I can get plus what?
Rolling,
Plus
rolling.
3.
So
3?
Yeah, on emotional support.
Heck yes. Okay, I'll
we
do
are
that.
rolling,
Yeah.
rolling. So let me push this button.
Okay. Here we go, friends. Haha, 13.
Woo! Nice.
Hello
So-
and
What did I
welcome
do?
to the
On a
What
10
happened,
plus,
friend?
Tabletop Talk
if they open up
podcast.
to you, they
I'm
choose
here,
one, and you either choose one or
Grant
take a
Ellis
string.
as
So
your
Pixel,
host
do you
for
open
episode
up?
5, and I am joined by.
Yeah,
What does that look like?
Ethan, hello.
Yeah.
So Ethan, you are currently
Thank you.
coming up on the end of a
I-
miraculous, tumultuous,
it's really
exciting,
sometimes hard with
exhausting,
them
probably
quietly
for you emotionally, Kickstarter.
judging, and
Tell us about
some
the
of them
project.
are really mean, and I try not to let it get me
So
down
it's
around
called Guard of the
everyone, but
Giants. You play as
every now and
mice
then
in a
when I'm
magical
messing
garden.
around with magic too much, thank you.
I think that you are noble for even trying. No one else is talking to them. Maybe they're just frustrated not having a voice. I
mean,
get that.
that's why I try to let everything talk. I do have a question. Are we like away from everyone else?
I think you can have I think
The group is crowding to hear it.
I think at this point, yeah, you probably got like pushed out of the main circle where like everyone is cheering on this proposal, and y'all are like to the side near the ooze. I think it's you two and the ooze, but like the ooze is
We love
chilling
to
now.
see it.
It's like the calm ooze, like right by you.
It's the straight chillin' ooze.
Okay, wonderful. That really means you're really nice with you're really nice. I know you don't like to seem like it, but you really are.
I just think that you see the good in everything, including things that are sometimes mean, like the unseen or me.
We're live.
I think that this
so
is
I'm
this is
gonna
the
hit
moment
this
that like the smitten hits.
Oh,
Perfect. So first, before we do that, on the emotional support, both of you can either clear a condition, mark XP, which we're not doing since it's one shot, take +1 forward, or gain insight from the GM about one obstacle facing one of you.
we're recording.
if
we
we're
talk
smitten,
a
they're
little,
smitten with
but
you.
then I
You
hit
choose
this
an
button.
additional option.
Yes,
Right.
but they were not at
Is
the time.
recording.
Though, but if yours,
Damn.
Hit our little
Yeah,
intro
that's true.
theme.
so Pixel, are you clearing a condition or are you taking +1
Yes.
forward?
And
Cool.
I'm gonna clear
we're
that.
right.
And Princess,
It
you
is
also do have to take a
recording.
string on them instead. If
Hit
you
our
don't
little
like any of those
intro
options.
theme.
Yeah, I'll take a string. I love
And-
getting these strings. So.
Cool. So you get the string that you spent back.
Heck yes.
Pixel,
and
smithing.
then
What is your smithing
I
question, and
hit
why are
this
you smithing with
button,
them in this moment?
and
I
that's
think
our
it's
intro
just
song. So welcome to 10 minutes of
sort of
table.
relating in a way that Pixel finally like gets, and sort of understanding the sort of ghost thing and taking it like taking it to heart in a way that's not like, yeah, sure, Pixel, you're doing your thing. Like legitimately giving it that space and like the weight it is for Pixel constantly.
Nice.
And then my question is, what obvious thing about you that are you sure would make them reject you? Which was, yeah, the ghost stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I think you honestly taking it very face forward and like, yeah, no, like it happens sometimes means a lot to them.
It's very funny that yours is like my hidden thing that you don't think they'll like about you, and you're like my very obvious thing that you don't like about me.
Yep. Perfect.
Also, I you know, I did want to talk to you about something. I'm not well. I made you a phone actually. I didn't buy you one. That way you don't have to worry about a plan.
You made me a phone?
Yeah.
You know how to make a phone?
It took a little bit of research. And I hand her this like little like flip phone jitterbug looking thing.
Oh,
And I think what follows is like a series of like on the front it says open if you're a princess.
I open because I'm princess. Okay.
So the question is it is, well, hello princess, would you like to go to prom with me? 1 for yes, 2 for no.
I press 1.
Little like fireworks shoot out of the phone and it turns into a similar to like the corrupted data sword that Pixel has. But it's a little flip phone.
Oh my god, you're so cute! Instantly her face turns bright red and she like avoids eye contact because she's like, you got me a flip so that I don't have to have and it's a flip phone and it's a sword. This is like a romantic, like the intention here is romantic, right? Right, that's what's happening. We're not having a Tamaki moment, right?
Yeah, no, this one's
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You mean a lot to me.
You mean a lot to me. And then she happy stims. Ah! I mean, whatever. Whatever.
No. That's no. You can be 100% you. I love that about you.
Me too.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh gosh, it's so cute.
Adorable.
And then I think on that just shot, we're gonna zoom out as the sun sets and evening rises, as everyone's proposals are done. And we are at the end of our first part of this two-shot.
Ball gowns next. Ball gowns next. Ball gowns next.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all have a whole week to figure out what elaborate costumes your characters have come up with.
God,
I have such a
set up
good
an
idea. I have such a good plan.
All right. But in the meantime, until that moment comes, let's go around the table and let everyone know where they can find you, who you are, what you do, give us your plugs, all that jazz. Starting off, again, once more, with Dare.
Hi, I am Dare. You can find most of what I do on Twitter, and I do TikTok sometimes at NBDare. That's ENBYDARE. I am an editor, writer, streamer, sensitivity reader. I do a lot. It's pretty much what I'm saying. In terms of big things this week, Friday, I am going to be playing in my D&D game with my crew, the Ephemeral Forest. They are wonderful. It is an all like BIMPOC game using Neverland. I really recommend it. It's still very new, but so I'm trying to get the word out. And I am a dice affiliate with Die Hard Dice. So if you like fun metal dice, I don't have my usual big honking one that I use to show it off. Go to dieharddice.com and use the promo code DAREMAY for 10% off your next purchase.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. All right. Next up, Bella.
Hi everyone. I have been Princess Horny, which is once again a pun off someone famous who was anti-Freud. You can find me on Twitter and TikTok also at Boondoggles. Recently, I've been just using TikTok as a method to shit on people being just racist and against Asians because fuck that app. You could find me on Fridays at the Fey Realm playing the Amazing Ages game. It'll be at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, and that's a mass game run by the wonderful It's the Riddler, AKG. Um, I will be playing every other Saturday, so not this Saturday, but next one, at Emerald City GMG, playing City of Mist at 4 p.m. Eastern, and then Sundays at Honey and Dice, playing a Call of Cthulhu game at 8 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, and I also have a podcast with Harper Persona Games. It's called The Ace Jam. It's about the aspec experience, which is, as we just talked about, asexuals, aromantic, and agender, and their experiences and what they learned about themselves. I think it's very important. Remember, A does stand for agender, asexual, and aromantic. Please always remember aromantic and agender when talking about the discourse, and A doesn't stand for ally. I see it often, they are forgotten, and they are very important parts of our community. So yeah, that's me. I love this game. I felt a lot of feelings.
Speaking of feelings, Sarah, you're up next.
Hello. I continue to be Sarah L. Kinney. I'll drop a link to my Twitter. That's the best way to kind of see what I'm up to. I play in a lot of one-shots like this absolutely wonderful game. I talk about the art projects I start but don't finish, as well as a lot of tabletop role-playing games. The kind of biggest other project I'm involved in right now is I'm currently guest spotting in a game of Invisible Sun, which is a surreal setting by Mont Cook. It has a lot of similarities to the Cypher system, but also think about all your favorite things from surrealist or absurdist art and turn them into a system. And in that game, I am quite literally playing an evil sword lesbian. So if you're curious about how that's going, just follow me on Twitter and I post links when they become available. Otherwise, I can't wait to get back to this next week.
Awesome. And next up, we got Nikki.
Hi, I'm Nikki. I swear I'm in more things. I'm going to send a link to my Twitter into chat because if I remember to, I post them. I forget a lot. I think that's the right link. And tomorrow and Friday. No, is tomorrow Thursday?
Tomorrow is Thursday.
Okay, yeah, I don't even know what day it is, apparently. Thursday and Friday, I'm on Black Feather Guild. Thursday is a Star Wars game, and Friday is a game I'm running. And I don't know what else I'm going to say. Can't wait until next week.
Awesome. All right, and that brings it back around to me. Hi, I'm Amar Ramirez. I've been your GM and host for this. I also do too many things: writing, game design, streaming, podcasting, yada yada yada. I don't have too much to plug right now. You can find me Saturdays on the Lark Network, playing as part of the Super Splash of Color Masks campaign, which is an all BIPOC masks campaign in a setting that is created by our GM based on his hometown in Sudan, which is a lot of fun. We've got some great drama and great plot. We got a lot of fights between our party characters leaned up for next session because I may or may not have made some stupid decisions. Oh well, it's fine. I didn't do anything wrong. Other than that, not too much to plug in TTRPG stuff. I'm working on things, but to be honest, most of my energy isn't going towards TTRPG stuff. It's going towards trying to raise awareness and activism for everything going on in Palestine right now. If you check out my Twitter, you can see a lot about that. One of the many reasons why I love Wandering DM is that he's declared his channel a part of the apartheid-free zone movement, which means making sure that in your TTRPG work, you don't support people or products or companies that are supporting Israel. But yeah, if you want to learn more about that, you can check out my Twitter. That's about it. Not too much else to plug since that's where most of my energy is going. Thank you all so much for coming out. We had a bunch of fun. I'm excited for some part 2 where we actually get to see the prom, see elaborate costumes, see everything that happens. And I'm sure nothing bad will ever happen at prom, right? Nope. Why would you say that? We have 3 hours to find out next Wednesday, so stay tuned. I'll also stick around for the ending screen, which I'm sure Chris will put up in a moment, because we will try to rate someone. I don't know who yet, but once Chris boots us into the ending screen, we will do that.